Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. I was lucky today. I caught this creator before I head out to work this morning so early. They live stream almost every single day, and Wheat's Art is actually celebrating a birthday right now. So I wanted to put their channel up right away. They're a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter and have been for at least a couple of years now. I've lost track of how long Wheat's Art's been with us. An interesting fact is that this creator mentioned to us the other day they originally found us through Reddit. And that's a monster website. It's always been one of the most popular. Some people using Gemini and ChatGPT and Claude and everything else might realize that when you're searching for things or asking for information, Reddit is often used as a resource because it's user focused, let's just say. And most of you have seen me in other people's premieres and live streams. In the chat, I try to share out on Reddit whenever I'm anywhere. As long as it's working, I'm sharing. And it's really cool to see a real story where a creator has come in. We'll have to ask him to verify, because never know if Wheat's Art is kidding. But I have a feeling he wasn't that day. And this is Wheat and Shaw with a second channel, actually. So when we talk about art, we might wonder, what is Wheat's Art? This creator showing us examples of the art that they're featuring on this channel. I'm just going to grab their latest video and put it into a playlist I have called my Catch-Up List. It's a fun name for a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. When I click on the shorts, we see some of these have gotten now into 3,000 views, 9,500 on one. This gives you an idea of the type of art we're going to see from Wheat's Art on this channel, and working on 1,500 subscribers, which is great to see. There's the live stream I caught a few hours ago, and this creator's chasing some watch hours with plenty of live streaming, like I said, almost daily. So I'll show you their second channel. Wheat and Shaw is where we originally know this creator from, and I'm not sure if it was a year later or 6 months later. I can't remember for the life of me how long after. Pardon me, this creator started the art channel, but they're working on 800 subscribers over here. This is where we really never know what to expect from this creator. Hence, I say that they could be kidding at any moment in time about just about anything at all. But very fun creator, and somebody who does a great job of keeping up with the chat when they're live streaming, doing what we call an IRL, or in real life live stream. That could be just a talking head video. It could be just hanging out at the house. It could be going out either outdoors or on a vacation or a trip, or showing anything at all where the creator is a part of the content. So 4,100, 5,100 views on a couple of these short videos, and then live streams. Half the thumbnails make me laugh. Hopefully everybody will connect with Wheat and Shaw. We'll catch them for a live stream over here as well. So I hope everybody will catch one of these videos, go over there, connect with Wheat and Shaw, connect with Wheat's Art, and wish them a happy birthday. They're here with us for almost every stream at some point. I don't expect that from anybody, but I certainly do appreciate it. And when they come in, they will find out that this is another little mini birthday surprise for them. They wouldn't have expected to have their channel on the screen right away. But what a nice way to honor them. Like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now let's get to spinning the wheel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I've got a poll that I'm going to start here. I'll show you how to do it if you haven't seen this before. We're going to talk about PK Adventure Travels in a second. I just want to put a poll in the chat. We just clicked the little button there. There's a few things you can do here, but I'm going to say start a poll. I'm going to say, have you been watching Scratching Pete's Community posts. Lately. And yes, or let's change this. Let's change always. And most of the time. So nobody has to feel bad. And then we'll put start the poll. I can't wait to talk about Scratch and PPA's channel today, because he did something for another creator that was going to go down in history as legendary. He unlocked something I had not even considered and knocked something right out of the park this week. So I want to share that with everybody. I hope you'll be ready for story time today, because I promise you this one is going to be entertaining. I was lucky enough to catch his premiere earlier today. I was working, so I was driving in between locations, but at least able to listen in. And hopefully everybody here catches Scratch and PPA as often as you can for those Tuesday premieres, but we'll talk about that in a while. Keys. Eden is always making me laugh. Took me a second there. Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Jen Palazzo from South Florida is here. Kendra from Consume the Goodness. Kat and Matt is in the house. I got to get them on the wheel with our members. Nez Lover will be there. Matt 704 is there as well. See, I caught it. I caught it this time. Matt 704. Is in the chat. They bring gaming to us. Canadian Family Life is also on the wheel with Scratch and PPA as beloved and dedicated moderators. Crafty Witch 232 and Aaron the Carnivorish Guy were both early in the door with a longtime friend, Natalie Nicole ASMR. I think they've been with us for about 6 years. Greenland Quilter Katie dropped a premiere, and Big Dude is also in the house. Everybody's BFF. Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan did their live stream last night as usual. They're on every week. I was lucky enough to be there. And Jerry, just in case you're listening right this second, did I understand right that you are going to try to give away a $500 quilt? I think that was it. Everybody here probably understands quilts are extremely expensive. I think most of the time anyway, but when they're handmade, when people have literally put blood, sweat, tears, and everything else that goes into them, they can be overwhelming. But what a wonderful idea. They do a lot of giveaways in their live streams, but that's an idea everybody can look into. And then Wayne's World Unlimited is doing a lot of TikTok, which is great to know. They had an Xbox video that just exploded on their YouTube channel, so I wonder if you copied that over there. And there you go, Butler Family Farm. Yeah, I might be giving away a beautiful handmade quilt that Susan will put together. I'm not sure if you said Susan was going to do it herself or if she was going to enlist any help, but I'll assume it's Susan herself. Dilo Flow Show, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I caught up with their gaming channel. They started another channel recently. Showing Love is the Way. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I think we know that channel, but forgive me if I'm mistaken. I trip over these handles. I've been whining and complaining about that for months. Nikki Silver Stacker is in the house as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I'll probably say that a million times. Nichols Journey Extras. Good to see you in the house. And then Nature and Life Experiences, which is interesting to know from Wayne's World Unlimited, but it's great to have you here. For most creators, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. If time permitted, you can use the other social networks or social platforms to drive traffic. We've had a couple of creators who've done better on Instagram, or now we're starting to see TikTok more and more. YouTube still seems to be the king by about 5x when it comes to the idea of getting paid, meaning how much you can get for 1 million views. Let's just say your CPM is $5, right? 1 million views means $5,000. Whereas Twitter for 1 million views, I don't know if I said that right, might pay like $8. I saw some post today. I don't know if it's true, but you know what I mean. And then, yeah, Wayne's World Unlimited. It's great to know you're doing okay then. And Joe Valdez, good to have you in the house. Booby Goats is here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So, Nez Lover, thanks for the highlighted milestone message as well. You'll notice that that knocks a little bit of life off of our stream boss. And Nopers Plays actually took it over. That's that video game life meter under my camera. Every super chat, every super chat membership and highlighted milestone message, which are free bonuses for members, right, knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. And the last person to knock it out and get some extra exposure for their channel. So Nopers Plays, it'll be good to see you up there for a while. And then Butler Family Farm says, yes, Susan, it will be some kind of a collaboration, but interesting to know. And then Mac Movement, good to see you in the house. Yeah, we'll see what happens to MySpace. I've been seeing that more and more. You know, I tried to log in, I'm not kidding, and I can't. And I can't be wrong about my email address or anything like that, but they might be restarting. I don't know if they're going to let everybody have their old account. My old account is there. I can see a couple people. Most of it seems destroyed. It's gone through a few changes over the years, but yeah, I was there in the beginning, and I'll be there again if it's going to be there, so we'll see. Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World, is also on the wheel now. And Faithful GLP1 Journey, Grant, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. It's absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They've done that a million times before. And we will look at their channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. So, PK Adventure Travels, this is Ryan and Melinda, and these creators bring us travel of a couple of different types. It's an interesting mix on their channel because they bring us a lot of cruising and traditional travel to a point, but they also bring us a lot of RV camping. They even take us camping with them, but they're able to give us travel from the perspective of travel agents. So they give us room tours, ship tours, they talk about excursions, amenities. When we think about cruising, they take us RV camping, they give us tours of campers, they give us tips and tricks to make our camping adventures a little more comfortable, because no matter how rustic we want to be about it, everybody can use a little more comfort or convenience, I think, when it comes to camping, and I've done my share. But hopefully everybody will connect with Ryan and Mel on PK Adventure Travels. And Ryan's got some news stories on the channel as well. They're kind of ideas that we can learn from. So for anybody that's going to travel, you can find some of the mistakes other people have made and the trouble people have gotten into that you can avoid with his tips and tricks. Let's just say 12,000, 13,000, 23,000 on some of the shorts on this channel, and then live streams as well. Now, Ryan and Mel are live every Thursday as a minimum at 7 Eastern every week. But also, we noticed that Ryan goes live almost daily with different creators. He's just collaborating with everybody all the time. And that's a wonderful way to grow a channel very rapidly and authentically or organically, or however we want to put it, because every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're pretty much guaranteed to grab a handful of their most supportive supporters. And that's a perfect example right here when we look at Ryan Parker Studios, a second channel that Ryan's got going, chasing some watch hours with some of the live streams there. But this creator's doing a lot of cooking on this channel. Ryan is like incredibly passionate in the kitchen, does a really thorough job with a lot of the different things he's made, and it continues. It's kind of overwhelming over here. And then monetized on this second channel, which is great to know, working on some shorts that have gotten into 3,800, 30,000 on one, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And he's live just about every day, still doing a lot of the unattended live streams, keeping those watch hours going, but again, collaborating with a lot of other panelists. StreamYard panels and things like that are what we're used to talking about. And then Mac Movement lives in the Poconos. Forgive me for not realizing that. You might have said that once before, or more than once, and forgive me if I missed that. I might have caught it when you were live streaming. I've caught Mac Movement for a couple of live streams as well. IRL live streams, as they're called on Twitch in real life live streams. And Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey is coming up right now, and I'll do some more introductions. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Have Fun in Nature. Did I miss you on Sunday? I feel like I was looking for Have Fun in Nature on Sunday 2 days ago. They're usually on at what I think is 4 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken, and for whatever reason, I feel like, I can't remember for the life of me, I feel like I missed you for whatever reason. They might have skipped a live stream this week. So Have Fun in Nature, and Brian, Briffany, I forget about that, but Briffany, yes, Brian and Have Fun in Nature both is what I'm talking about there in the chat. It's good to see you here. Eddie Garaza is in the house, and JGP Jr. is here also. And then Golden Muscle Prospects is here as well. For the life of me, I'm going to try to remember the second channel name. Oh, you did take the week off. Yes, I'm not going crazy. We all wonder it once in a while. Maybe about yourself, certainly about me, but I did wonder for a second there. I missed Tim Mitchell today too. I came home from work. Didn't get on the computer right away, like probably, I don't think I was on until 3 p.m. or pretty close to it. And then when I went to look, he was on like 4 hours earlier. And I said, oh, okay, today's not the day. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in the house. Yes, Mr. Fulton Mraz did have a special concert live stream. He attended a concert and gave us some footage on Sunday night. So hopefully everybody will check that out. Looks like your seats weren't too bad either. Faithful GLP-1 Journey is bringing us, first of all, a bit of information on their personal journey with GLP-1. This is becoming a more popular conversation every week, it seems, here in the Tuber Chat family, as more friends come in who are following along with journeys similar to this. Now, the reason I'm dancing around the subject so much is because I know so little, and it starts to get into medical information, so I know it's very important that people have accurate information. So I'm just learning from our friends like everybody else. Now, Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey will also bring us a lot of spiritual inspiration and then outdoor adventures as well. This is just a different relaxing beach video, as they like to say. That must have been a ton of work to get that bridge going. I watched that, was it this morning? Or this afternoon, pardon me. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,600 views on a couple of these. I still can't remember the name of the roller coaster I was saying this looks like. Canada's Wonderland has one that looks like that. And then live streams on the channel as well. I haven't caught you for a live stream in a while. I'm not sure why. This is one thing that probably drives a lot of people bananas. It's been a month already. Look at that panel full of guests, though. My dear goodness. That's what I'm talking about with collaborating. Everybody likely gained a good handful of new friends that day. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. You wonder to yourself, why do you catch some people so often and other people not as much? It's just the algorithm playing around and the recommendation engine mixing things up. And then, Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World, is dropping 5 gifted memberships. My dear goodness, thank you for that. They've done things like that before, many times, and I know all the recipients will be happy to have those. Any that are still in the chat, like Nikki Silver Stacker, I'll get onto the wheel right away. Have Fun in Nature also. And we will get to Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World, right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Greenland Quilter Katie swooped in and gifted a couple of memberships as well. So thank you for that. Again, absolutely unnecessary. That's the truth, but it is very much appreciated. We know that Greenland Quilter Katie just dropped a video because they were doing a premiere just as we started. So when I get to that channel, which will be next, then we'll see whether that was something from their recent trip to Denmark or if it's something different, maybe a podcast episode. We'll see. Life Between Worlds channel, good to see you here. And Sherry Yerton, My Quilting World, is up right now. So thank you for those gifted memberships. Sherry Yerton, My Quilting World, has been a friend for a long time as well. I'm guessing they've been with us at least a couple of years. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, or if it might even be longer than that. But this creator is working on 1,000 subscribers. They've been officially on the road for a while. And we always say you're officially on the road to a milestone when you hit a 100. And what I'm talking about here is since they've passed 900, that puts them officially on the road to 1,000. It's a very important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. Nobody needs me to say that, but you know what I mean. And hopefully everybody's excited for each other when we see each other passing milestones like this. So Sherry Yerton, My Quilting World, your 1,000 subscribers is only a matter of time now. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I talk about. This creator's going to show us all the different things that they're making. Here's an example of some advanced stitching technique when it comes to the idea of quilting and creating. And this creator collaborates with people all the time as well. She's been on many StreamYard panels. And look at some of the shorts here. 2,200, 3,200. I think this one is fairly new, if I'm not mistaken. This one at 2,200. I could be wrong about that. And then live streams on the channel as well. Here's another example. I haven't caught you for a live stream for about a month either. Am I right about that? Oh, no, 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago I caught you. She's been streaming a lot, though. My dear goodness. 2 of them today. So hopefully I'll catch you for another one again soon. And thank you. Obviously, this is another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I know all the recipients will be happy to have those gifted memberships. My goodness, thank you for the extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it as well. Now, we always get to Super Chatters and membership gifters right away, but we will get back to spinning the wheel, and over the course of the next 2.5 hours, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list. So you don't have to Super Chat, you don't have to be a member or anything like that to get onto the wheel or the screen. It's just a very long wait these days. We can't get to every single channel, but I'll get to as many as I can in the next 2.5 hours. The key to it all is being as active as possible in the chat. When you have real conversations with other creators here, that's what moves you up the list faster. So kind of cool how we've got that sorted out, and Streamlabs helps me in the back keep track of all that, and then someday I'll have a podcast. My dear goodness, what a perfect name for a channel. That I should be naming all my channels and social accounts. Someday I'm going to do the things I say I'm going to do, because my goodness, if people were not waiting for me to follow through on some of my promises. Let's see what our poll had to say here. I hope everybody's been watching Scratch and Pete PA's community posts, or I hope at least after I do that fun little poll that everybody will take an extra moment every week as a minimum to look, because he does a lot of sharing for other people, but he did something that was unexpected this week and helped another creator with something all of us will be amazed by, I promise you. I even, on the last live stream, I sort of noticed something was happening. I had no idea that Pete did what he did to make that happen, and I literally flinched on the stream. I was like, hey, wait a second, did they see this? Did they see what's happening for their video? And I'll describe all of this. I'm leaving you in suspense, but I'll talk about it when we get to Scratch and Pete PA's channel, or you can jump ahead and go look at his community posts right now, and you'll get an idea what's going on. John Lucas 72 is in the house. That's John the reseller. And hopefully, John, you caught Scratch and Pete PA's video today. There's a reason why I say that if you haven't seen it yet. And then Jeremy D-Day has been a friend of mine for about 7 years. 7 years, my dear goodness, I'm not kidding. Tuberchat's been here for 6 years, and Jeremy D-Day's been with me since before this was even a channel, if you can imagine that. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Simply Debbie Sue. I hope I said hello. I just watched one of her videos. One of her videos was one of the last ones I watched today before I was getting ready for Tuberchat. Michael's Adventures will enjoy it because he's been bringing us a lot of chickens recently in his footage, and she has a special story, a new series, as a matter of fact, the first in a new series on her channel that I just watched. And then Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is in the house as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Greenland Quilter Katie, let's talk about her channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Her premiere is still running. So, Greenland Quilter Katie, it is a podcast episode. See, I'm guessing, and I got it. I wondered because they recently took a trip to Denmark. Now, Greenland Quilter Katie's doing a few different things on this channel. First of all, she's talking about quilting. It could be in a podcast. It could be in StreamYard panels where people are creating and conversating together and things like that. She gives us beautiful looks around Greenland as well. Once in a while, she'll do some shopping videos or some travel. So that trip to Denmark that they took just a few weeks ago, less than 2 months ago, and they've just been back a couple of weeks now, but they did spend 3 weeks in Denmark, and she lets us know that she's got more footage to share. When we look at the shorts, it's mostly views around Greenland that we see, and some of these have gotten into the thousands of views we can see. And then this channel's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Plenty of live streams. She's actually got, I always forget to mention it, but Saturdays are for creating and sewing. She says there's a lineup, almost like a raid parade or a love parade of channels. Mona Did What is part of that, and a few creators get together. But Greenland Quilter Katie's doing a ton of live streaming and with panels full of guests. You get an idea here. I've been lucky enough to catch them many times. They've actually got different live streams here from their trip to Denmark, but you get the idea when I roll over a couple of them. Hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie. She is obviously another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We put her channel up right now, right after Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World, because they both gifted memberships. It's an incredibly generous thing to have done. I certainly appreciate it. I know the recipients will be happy to have those. I see my love, Kristen Welton, coming in right now. She's also a beloved and dedicated moderator, of course. I'll get her on the wheel. We'll spin and we'll see who's coming up next. And then we know there's fresh content on Greenland Quilter Katie's channel right now because that premiere is still rolling. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Nez Lover, this is another creator who's been with us for 5 or 6 years, I think. Nez Lover is one of our longest standing members, actually. You can see by the color of the emojis or badges as they're called. That's another feature everybody has. Once you have memberships available on your channel, if you choose to enable them, which more than 99% of us do, you will have the ability to let members be recognized for the amount of time that they're supporting you on top of everything else. There's emojis that you can upload that they can play with, and then there's also the badges that kind of denote how long they've been with you, like the Bud Files. Right beside Kristen Welton there. The Bud Files has been with us for 6 years. Mark the Shark is in the house as well. And how well do we know Mark the Shark? Very, very well, I would say. Mark the Shark sent over not one, 2 beautiful embroidered hats. I keep one in my truck now because I wear it every time I do outdoor live streaming. but I keep the other one here right beside me. Another generous thing to have done. So Nez Lover is up here right now, and this creator is out supporting people all the time. I run into them at least once a week, I would say, in different live streams. Even after all this time, they're now working on 3,200 subscribers, which is great to see. And they've got another new video. They've been posting some more videos lately. I'm going to take the latest one, put that in that catch-up list I keep talking about. It's a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Nice to see you shouting out other creators also. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten into 2,400 views. 1,900, 2,400. Look at this one. 18,000 views on one of these, which is great to see, and it's all variety here. And then live streams on the channel as well. So Nez Lover was even on today. And then they've been on just about weekly, very close to it. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these very soon. I don't know why I'm missing them all. Why am I not catching you for live streams unless you're on at a time when during my work days or something like that? But we got notification bells on for every single channel, and then we set notifications for everything we see. You've seen me click a lot of live stream notifications for things coming up. I'm not sure if I saw any premieres yet today. And we are going to take a break right now. So what we'll do is we'll go for 3.5 minutes, and we will come back and get back to channels. I should spin the wheel, so we'll see who's coming up next. And right before we go on that break, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series of videos that we have on the Superchat channel now. They are full of tips and tricks and real opinion from friends of ours who've been with us for years, who've been through all the things we're going through, and have also passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Okay, what I want to do is inform first and foremost. Anytime you make any type of video, you want to inform. You want to tell people a story. You want to show people a story. And when you show and you tell that story, you want to tell how that story affected you. And you want to tell your results.
Okay.
Because seeing is believing. And people want to see what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically, I'm going to make it into a mini series on all of the products I have tried and how they have affected me. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be something else to look forward to, especially knowing that you're starting something new now with the experience that you've got. So this is a perfect opportunity for me then to bring you back to the beginning and say, what kind of change have you seen in yourself, in your channel, in your community and audience based on all the things you've done up to now?
When I first started, I was such a green thumb. I didn't know what I was doing. I was all over the place. I promise you, just making videos, rambling, and I look back at one of my first videos and was like, what in the world? You know, it was all kinds of bloopers and everything. And I wanted to be such a perfectionist at the beginning. But as I have walked on this journey, I realized people don't want perfectionists. People want real.
Yes.
So when I make a mistake in a video, can I leave it in there? I'll be like, oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but y'all already know I got an old lady brain. Now, a lot of people who follow me realize that. They was like, Sylvia forgetting a heartbeat. And I will, because I'm so busy. And so y'all already know I got an old lady brain. So we're going to keep that right in there, because what you see is what you get when you visit me. So I've learned that's how I changed. I learned how to just roll with the flow, be genuine, be real, be factual.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to try new things. I try new stuff all the time. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Sometimes it's a rock and roll. I did a short about 3 months ago. I think it's at 60,000 views right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I tried another one, that same genre, and it didn't work. That's all right. I'm gonna stay with it, because I think that it's a niche for me, but I just gotta work a little harder at it.
Right.
So don't be afraid to work hard. And if you get one no, people, remember, the next one will be a yes.
There you go. Yes. Okay, pardon me. I think we're just about back. I did get up for a second there, but we're back for the Cruise Tubers now. I spun the wheel. And this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I've got them on the screen right now. I did just read from the About section there. Double income sounds like a great idea. They're sharing their cruising experiences with us. And that's great to know. I cleaned up the wheel a little bit like I usually do when we went on that break there. I don't do it every time, but I often will trim out any names for creators that I haven't seen for a little while, just so that we can get to as many channels that are active in the chat over the course of the stream. Pardon me. And then any members or moderators will always be added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat, and re-added if I happen to have removed their name. I see Sarah Presswood is here, Create and Relate is in the house. I'm always late for adding names onto the wheel from our chat list lately, and I don't want to be, so I put Simply Debbie Sue on there right away. Follow the Bradley's Fun is posting all the time between live streams, premieres, and collaborating with other people. A truly dynamic host. Good to see you there. Nopers Plays, forgive me, I didn't have your name on the wheel. But they're our stream boss right now. I've got them on there. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. The Cruise Tubers up here right now. Let's see more of their About section. Anybody can read this. They enjoy cruising and want to share their experiences, as well as tips and tricks, which is great to know when we talk about the idea of loyalty programs along with the ship reviews and things like that. Loyalty programs are a really big deal, it seems to me, when it comes to cruising. I have been lucky enough to have been on a cruise ship one time. But since then, these things like loyalty programs where you're rewarded for sticking with a line, and then the other companies will actually match a lot of this stuff. This can really affect how much a cruise can cost and things like that. So we're lucky to have a lot of this content now, because for a couple of years there was all but none. So we got a lot of friends bringing that to us now. Cruiseaholics Anonymous is here. Cat and Matt, I'm just getting you back onto the wheel. The Bud Files were, Sue was doing another shout out. Was that yesterday that I caught that? Doing shout outs all the time. I mentioned the idea of shout outs that some creators have done, but the Bud Files has been doing this for years. Every time they get to a 100 milestone of any kind, Sue from the Bud Files is somebody, forgive me, I'm butchering all my descriptions here of channels and everything, but we'll get back on track in a second. But I just wanted to mention that because Sue is still at it. And this is somebody who's incredible for keeping up with what everybody's doing on their channel. You go to one of those shout-out videos, and she does it differently than what we're doing here, but she flips through the phone and just looks at the creator's name, says, oh, this person does this, here's this person, they do this, and here's this person, they do this. And we're talking thousands now of subscribers, which is unbelievable. But great to know that they're still at it, still focused on promoting other channels. The biggest thing we talk about here, I'd like to think so all the time, is generosity. Giving to others more than we expect for ourselves. I know it doesn't seem fair after a long period of time. I promise you, if you give to other people and don't worry about your channel so much, you will find an overwhelming amount of support for other people. The more you worry about your channel, and unfortunately, once in a while we see creators like worried about the things that are not being done for them or that they miss or don't see and everything else. That kind of focus is going to turn everybody else off in the chat. What they want to see is what you're willing to do for other people. That's what makes people rush to your channel when they only see you talking about what you can do for other people. Who can you help? Whose video can you watch? Who needs watch hours? And things like that. Nesha Antoinette, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Traveling Wickholmes is here. Good to see you in the chat again. And hopefully, I'm not missing anybody. I know I say it a million times. I probably still will. The Cruise Tubers. So, When we look at cruising, like I said, I'm still getting to know this channel. We have a lot of cruising channels now, a lot of travel channels bringing cruising, but I'm still getting to know their particular brand of tips and tricks and ship tours and things like that. So here's an example. Now I've taken your latest video. This one's NCL Luna Dining Tour, but I think I'm gonna take another video here. Yeah, deck by deck walkthrough. I'm going to take a full review here. This is an hour-long video, but I'm going to see what they're doing. Obviously, through the casino right there. My goodness, have slot machines changed over the years too? But I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully, everybody will connect with the Cruise Tubers. DC and Jen, and then I'm just going to look at the shorts on the channel. 1800, 2800, 6500, which is great to see, and we know they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them when we get there, including super chats and memberships. And what's Scott doing on your thumbnails over there? Controversial cruising. Scott is another creator who knows to collaborate with everybody, but he's super fun too with game nights there. Match game right there. Exactly what I was about to say. And it's great to see you collaborating with so many familiar faces also. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Cruise Tubers. They're working on 1,500 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to that ship tour video. Vintage Style by Joe, good to see you in the house. Mumatato Heyday, I hope I said hello. I'm not sure if I did. I actually caught a premiere from them yesterday instead of a live stream. I've caught them for a few live streams, but it was nice to catch a premiere as well. The Altered Effect, good to see you in the house. Life with Wanda is also here. And Angie's Oddities is in the house. My dear goodness, are we still rolling? And Create and Relate I got on the wheel. So let's spin and we'll see who's coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Cruiseaholics Anonymous is up here right now. So this is another creator. Unfortunately, I have to say I'm still getting to know. I try to watch as many videos as I can, but I run as many as anybody else. So I'm sure everybody understands that and does probably the same. This is how part of how some of us get through hundreds of videos a week. But I'm just going to grab the latest video. I did watch one where they were giving tips and tricks the other day. It was this one. It was the one that I've got over here 2 weeks ago. This one, tips for how to save money on a cruise. Oh, for the life of me, I can't remember what the tip was. When she talks about this, she mentions like a list of like 10 ways and then goes back to it at number 1. I don't know why for the life of me, I can't remember what on earth there was that I was going to say about that, but just please forgive me. Thank goodness we're all friends here. And these are great videos for anybody that's even considering the idea of travel. It doesn't have to be today, any day in the future. These tips and tricks that some of our friends will give us is going to, I think, more importantly than anything else, save a lot of money for a lot of people, because they talk about, I think one of her tips, it might have been the first time I heard it actually, or at least noticed it, was booking your cruise when you're already on the ship. So when you, let's say if you're lucky enough to go on a cruise, I hope to one day do that again, but let's say you go on a cruise and you're going to be able to go again the next year, the year after that, or months, whatever it is. If you book while you're on the cruise, apparently that's the best way to save money. And I saw it once again after she mentioned it in that video. So Cruiseaholics Anonymous, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the standout tips that you gave in that list. And then this creator's monetized as well. And they've passed their 1,000 subscribers. They've got it locked in, which is great to know. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 they're going to be thinking about now. New Times, New Beginnings is in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Living Large with Elle Crew is here. She's living her best life, doing vlogs in the truest sense of the word. Taking us to all kinds of festivals and things like that. Those festivals were never a big thing when I had started my, I don't know if you dare want to call it rave days and things like that. I used to go to all kinds of nightclubs. I was there 2-3 times a week. When I was 19, 20, 21, something like that, all around Toronto. But it was years later that this festival stuff. I know there's been festivals like forever before, especially in the UK. I used to hear that in the UK it wasn't unreasonable, like even in the 90s, to have festivals of 500,000 people. But here it just wasn't that kind of thing. And I think for the first time ever, Toronto even has a festival this summer. If it hasn't happened yet, I haven't been following. VELD, V-E-L-D, is an electronic dance music festival. I think it's run by Deadmau5, but I could be very wrong about that, so forgive me if I'm mistaken. But Deadmau5 is Canadian, so I feel like I might have a clue. I don't know. I may not, though. Either way, for the first time, they might have 100,000 people. So quite an unbelievable amount of people. Blessed to Crochet is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. I'll catch up with that in another moment here. And I'm in Niagara Falls, actually, Angie's Oddities, for about 10 years now. But I was born, raised, grew up in Toronto, and I still continue to work around there. Niagara Falls on the Canadian side is only barely over an hour. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from Toronto. I love driving, so it doesn't bother me at all. But, yeah, Toronto was my thing until Kristen Welton inspired me to move to Niagara Falls. And then Scratch and Pete PA. So I was saying I can't wait to talk about this channel. So get ready for story time, because this is going to be legendary. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Just Jason Keto, you're right about that. Barrie is another popular city. I think their population is around 300,000. It could be 400 by now, something like that, but it's an hour north of Toronto. And they've got huge festival field space. Like, they can do outdoor live concerts and things like that. So I forgot about that, but you're right, yeah. And radio stations used to go there and do all kinds of stuff. But I don't ever remember 100,000. So I could be wrong about that. And of course, we can't believe everything we see. You know, I see all kinds of nonsense on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. But I saw a post the other day that I think might have been real that said they're expecting 100,000 this time for VELD, if that makes any sense. So forgive me for everybody who's bored out of their mind listening to me talk about stuff that they're not interested in. If you see Living Large with Elle Crew's channel and the things they're doing on Instagram, then you'll get an idea of why I'm getting into so much story time about that. But when we look at, we're going to look at Scratch and PPA in a second. Trevor from Captured Memories, when we talk about the idea of swapping playlists, it's just a simple arrangement that anybody can make with each other, where you're agreeing to run a playlist of videos for somebody else. They're agreeing to run a playlist of your videos. You can imagine by getting dozens of other people and maybe even eventually hundreds, your watch hours are really going to grow. But as you build friendships by trading favors with other creators, that's really the ulterior motive there. Your friends are going to favor you the way you're going to favor them. They're going to be there for most of what you're going to come out with in the future, right? Starting now, which means your watch hours are going to grow exponentially. So, if anybody needs me to elaborate, then by all means, just please let me know. But I don't facilitate. I do it for, I run playlists for people. Anybody can run a playlist for our copyright-free music channel if you want to. But I'm happy to run playlists for anybody that's in need of watch hours. or especially if you're approaching, like if you already have 2,000 hours of watch time, then you probably have enough videos on your channel that if I run your playlist, it's going to be very heavy hitting. Not that I do any more than anybody else, but I got a trick where I'm able to run a playlist that includes everybody's longest videos to get the maximum amount of time before it starts pausing and stopping and all those silly things that it does. Oh, Angie's Oddities was here in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Oh, the African Lion Safari. Oh, interesting. And then they just started driving home. Yeah, Angie's Oddities. Yeah, no, we're right in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Actually, our friends Cove Action Travel from Syracuse came up to Niagara-on-the-Lake a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago now, and we met up with them. I'm always up for a meetup for anybody that's going to pass through. And one of these days or years, I'll hopefully get down to New York again or somewhere. Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. He's been with me about 7 years. So, Scratch and Pete PA, I put a poll in the chat earlier, and the idea was I wanted to show everybody something that Scratch and Pete PA has been doing. So forgive me, because I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity and mention the idea that for years I've been saying to everybody, the number one thing that I personally have been thanked for on YouTube as the host of Tuberchat, right, is sharing for other people on the community tab, which means it has a lot more impact than it seems. I promise you, it works differently than the other social networks you're used to. When you think about Reddit, when you think about Facebook groups, Instagram, there's not really, like, linking is minimal, right? Twitter, even, or any other network you want to talk about, what usually happens is you see a post and you click on that post. Then if you want to go further, you click on the next thing, right? We all know the Instagram thing where they say read the first comment, right? But on YouTube, community posts work differently. If you share a video and people click on it, they go right to the video. They don't stop on the post when they see it in the recommendation engine or anything like that. So I just really want to drive this home, because Scratch and Pete PA, I don't know whether he expected it or not, but I flinched on the last live stream, and I say flinch, but it's in a good way, because I noticed what he did for another creator. I didn't notice it right away. What I noticed was another creator's video, Kristen Welton, and as a matter of fact, her video had hype points that were 10 times what we usually see. And I had to stop. I was like, did Kristen see this? Is that real? Right? Because I hadn't seen anybody's video at 20,000 points yet, if I remember the story right. So then it was discovered that Scratch and Pete PA put this post out. And he puts posts out for people often. Especially when people are collaborating or doing things together. He's done a lot of sharing for Tuberchat. I appreciate that. Once in a while, he shares his own stuff. But he has done a lot of sharing for other people. This post, we believe, is responsible for Kristen getting not 10 times the normal number of hype points, 10 times more than that. She hit the leaderboard. At least in Canada, we're unsure about whether they separate countries or not. Out of the top 100 videos for this week or the last 7 days for creators eligible, which means any channel basically under 100,000. It could be over 100,000, but they pretty much cap it. It's not including channels of 1 million subscribers and things like that. So forgive me because I'm really butchering the way I'm trying to say this, but the idea is that Scratch and Pete PA, I believe, just put a post out for a friend. You know, we all support each other, of course. Kristen's a moderator, so is Scratch and Pete PA. We've all been together doing this for 6 years now and longer. But I think he just did that as a fun thing to do. Something to do for somebody else. And knocked it right out of the park. So, I'm going to let that cool. because you are eligible for hype for 7 days. Your videos, when you put a video out, people can hype it for 7 days. When you have a video out, it can be hyped for 7 days, right? So I'll let that run out. Then I'll turn around, I'll do something for Pete of the same type. And we'll see if we can do the same thing again, because I'm just going to steal his idea, but turn it back on him. But Scratch and Pete PA, what a generous thing to have done. And, you know, have a look at this thing. He put a lot of work into this, as he always does for people. But I wanted to put a lot of focus on that. Now, let me see if I can show you what on earth I'm talking about. And we'll get talking about his channel quickly, and then we'll get moving like we usually do. We'll get to as many channels as we can in the next 2 hours. I'll open up my iPhone here. There's a couple of things you got to do to get this thing to work, but it'll open at some point. Oh, she made it. She was 39 the last I heard, and now might have gone even farther. So let's look at Scratch and PPA. Why does crypto come up when I look for Scratch and PPA? Because it's on my personal account. Oh, can I do this or no? Here it is, Scratch and PPA. So when I look at Pete's channel, Pete just dropped a video today. So for right now, I am going to hype this video, but I'm going to show you what on earth I'm talking about. When I click on the video, you can only do this from a phone, right? And that causes a little bit of confusion. But notice that there's hype already on this video. See this little banner that's talking about this video and like kind of enticing, like, you know, you should hype this video is what it's saying. Comments are there. When you swipe back and forth, you get to live chat replay, you get to the AI stuff, but you get an idea of how to get there, right? To see what I'm talking about. You can click the button right here, or if you don't see it, you can go to the 3 dots, right? So I can click that hype button and look at that. All of a sudden, Pete gets more points. So when we look at, let me see if I can look at Kristen Walton's video for a second, because I just want to show you the impact that this had. Forgive me, because I'm pretty clunky with iPhone mirroring here. I don't use it as much as it sounds, considering I'm trying to talk about it. We'll go to her channel. We'll look at her latest video. I've already hyped it, but have a look at this. 141,000 points. So here's what happens. For creators with, let's say, 70, 80, 90, 100,000, they get less points. They get like 50 points for a video or some arbitrary amount. Channels with less subscribers, like most of us here at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, whatever it's going to be, get like 1,700 points, 2,000 points, this and that. But this is how her video managed to get on the leaderboard. And if I try to hype, oh, I didn't think I could. I thought I hyped it already. So now I can click on the leaderboard and I can see what on earth is going on here. Top 100 videos. And if we scroll down, we're going to see 29. She's still climbing right now because of Pete's post. My dear goodness. And I don't imagine, I'll ask him, but Pete, did you know that it was going to do that? Or did you think that it was going to do that? Or am I right that you must be amazed also? I'd love to know, because that was something that I was not expecting at all. Otherwise, I would have been working harder on hype. I know I talk about it sometimes, but I haven't been going crazy. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Big Rick is here. We're going to talk about Pete's content, and then we're going to move on to more channels. Oh, Matt, thank you for the super chat, by the way. And then, so the other thing, too, is it's... when it comes to the idea of swapping playlists and things like that, a lot of people here, what will happen is, my imagination tells me that people will arrange to swap playlists with somebody, and then maybe even just wait until the next Tuber Chat live stream or somewhere else to do another one. Not everybody has the ability to do multiple at a time. I always have 3 or 4 windows going, you know, with either live streams or playlists or something, right? So for some of us, it's easy. But again, the best success in this community and any community like it comes from thinking about the things we can do for other people. When we put the focus on helping other people with their watch hours, I promise you, if you help enough other people with their watch hours without worrying about your own, you will end up getting long past your watch hours. Every single person gets there. There used to be a day where we wonder, like, is somebody ever going to get monetized? But those days are so far long behind us. Every creator who has any generosity in them at all ends up getting monetized if they want to. Vintage V, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Nopers Plays is still on the stream boss, which is great to know. It takes a while for that to get knocked out. The other thing to know about systems like that, or plugins, or whatever we want to call them, from Streamlabs and other things, is they don't work perfectly. So that's why I never guarantee anything when it comes to super chats and memberships and things like that. And you'll notice I'm always careful in the way I word everything, because I don't want to, first of all, entice any of that stuff. But I can't say, hey, drop a super chat, you'll become the stream boss, because we don't know. If it doesn't work, I don't want anybody to get upset, and I certainly don't want anybody spending money for that kind of thing. It's a fun thing. But I don't want anybody thinking it might be guaranteed, is basically the idea. Oh, wow. Scratching PPA, that changes the whole thought. So I was mistaken. Kristen's video was already moving. So my guess would be, I'm grasping at straws now, but my guess would be that because it probably got hyped a few times, then that started the ball rolling. But Pete picked it up and doubled that by the look of it. But, yeah, that's I'm amazed. I'm amazed, and I'm amazed again. And then, yeah, Matt, I'm happy to, you know, I watch as many channels as I can, videos as I can, streams as I can, and everything else. As long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. I promise you. You hear it in the stories that I tell. You see all these monetized channels I talk about and things like that. And then Henry Leslie, Vermont, good to see you in the house. Yeah, that's interesting, Jason. I hope you caught that, because Jason cares very deeply about the YouTube journey, but he watches this stuff like a hawk too. I'd like to think we both do, but I know he does. And the idea is, Pete says the video was already, it had already done 20 times the regular amount of points that I would have expected personally. So something was going on there. And then Pete gave it the wind beneath the wings, if you want to put it that way. Probably the most ridiculous thing I've said in the history of Tuber Chat. I don't know. Scratching PPA is up on the screen right now. And one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Every one of our moderators has a different channel. They all do different things. They all care deeply about the YouTube journey, and they all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. So when you visit any of their channels, including Scratching PPA, like earlier today when a lot of us caught his premiere, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in exactly the same way we do here in these Tuber Chat live streams. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratchin' PPA. He is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And he's a fellow Canadian, actually, coincidentally. This creator's working on 2,800 subscribers now, monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. What he does in his videos is Scratch Challenge. This is what the series has been called. And the idea is to see if he can profit within a year. He's been doing this for many years now, by scratching lottery tickets every single week. But the interesting twist here, you notice the thumbnails feature always a couple of scratch tickets, but he gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where we're able to vote. And that brings a bit of a lesson in how we can use the outside social networks to build interactivity. In my opinion, you never want to build on just one platform. We're all very focused on YouTube here, but having people on Instagram and having people on TikTok or Twitter or Reddit or Facebook or wherever you like to have other content is great, because God forbid the worst ever happens, you have a backup, right? Email is still the king. If you can build an email list around your channel or around your business or whatever you want to call it, you'll be able to catch everybody on all the social networks moving forward, right? Most people keep an email address for a social network, or they use like an email for contact with other social networks and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. Scratch and PPA as well gives us a bit of a hint about giveaways that happen in his video series in the thumbnails that feature some of the content here. And one of my favorite types of tickets, these bingo tickets. I recognize most of what I see because I see the same tickets in a lot of the grocery stores and gas stations and other places we buy lottery tickets, because he's only a couple hours away from me, actually. But bingo tickets are one of my favorite to scratch myself. He does crossword frequently, and then Cash for Life is my favorite concept, where you get $1,000 a week to do nothing except scratch lottery tickets if you want to. And Scratch and PPA premieres every Tuesday. If you can catch one of these, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family, faster than, pardon me, what we've got going on here, faster than almost any other in the Tuber Chat family. It's very fast paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. And Scratch and PPA as well has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar matches those thumbnails I was talking about. His banner's updated every single week, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video 6 years ago. But this creator as well has put even more work into his videos after the beginning of 2026, which is kind of unbelievable. If you watch Scratch and PPA's videos and really have a look, like just say to yourself, let me see what he's doing here, and realize how much animation there is and how much work that takes, it's kind of amazing. This creator as well has got shorts on his channel, so he expanded his content a few years ago. He took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style short videos with some Italian lottery tickets as well. And then this year he returned, or last year he returned to Italy and brought us an entire series of Italian lottery tickets as shorts. Then he's got a live stream as well, and I was lucky enough to be there at the time, or in the chat is what I mean, but a few years ago he gave us that live stream from Italy, which is exciting. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. I can't say enough about him, obviously, but that's your story time for the ages today. And all because of Scratch and PPA's generosity. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. Frenchie Frostbite, good to see you here. Yeah, actually, Mamatato Heyday. So I speak so quickly, sometimes I'm skipping over things that I really should be paying more attention to that I'm saying. Together We Travel, good to see you in the house. When I talk about the idea of email, and let's say security for our YouTube channels and social networks and things like that, I do just want to mention something. We should, in a perfect world, have a different email address for every single network we connect on, in my opinion. And we should have a separate email to be contacted, right? So if somebody wanted to Oh, thank you. Nikki Silver Stacker will come up next, but Scratch and PPA caught me making a mistake there again for the millionth time. Matt is coming up right now. He dropped a super chat. So look at that channel, and then Nikki Silver Stacker will be up next. And forgive my dancing back and forth like I always do in our subject here. But when I talk about the idea of security for our social networks, there are ways to have what they call an alias email address. I'll type that word in the chat. Alias email address. And if you just search that on Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Proton Mail or Hotmail or whatever you like to use for a free email, there are ways that you can make multiple email addresses out of one. I know it sounds weird the way I'm saying it, but this way you can have individual email address for every network. Because when people hack into other people's accounts, most often, my imagination tells me that it's software, right? Robots and everything else. So if they get into one account, they don't always get into all the other accounts, especially if you have different passwords. But if a human being reads it and realizes, oh, this person just uses the same email address for every network, now they can break into every network because they might be able to figure out your passwords for more than one. So having a different email address that nobody's going to expect is the best idea in my opinion. So I'll show you. I have this video game thing that my family gave me that I really should be reviewing at some point. But if I wanted to make Pac-Man Arcade Classics at gmail.com as my email address to log into my YouTube account with, then nobody in the planet is gonna guess that, you know, especially if you start putting special characters and numbers and all that kind of jazz in there as well. So I just wanted to mention it for a quick second. You don't, even though I said it earlier, you don't want to use the same email address for all of your social networks. You want to use, in my opinion, a different email address for each one if possible. And certainly different passwords for everything. And I recommend changing your passwords like every 6 months as a minimum. I know it sounds overwhelming when you think about, well, I'm on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and I think I have a Blue Sky account, and somebody signed me up for Mastodon and everything else. It really is that important. Because if I hacked an account and I got a hold of the passwords, I would be looking at them. I know most hackers don't do that. Most robots are not going to, do that easily. But AI is able to do in seconds what would have taken us years. You know what I mean when it comes to that. DJ Caldwell, the Cool, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Southern Balnola is back in the house. They've been making frequent appearances as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then, yes, that's right, Butler Family Farm. You can only hype a video from your phone, but you can hype 3 videos per 7 days, if I understand right. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you here as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then Matt is up on the screen right now. So kind of an odd look for a name because the X has to do with gaming. Of course, this creator is going to bring us gaming. So I was slipping up their name for the first couple of times they were here. But this is Matt. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. Matt704 in the chat. 780 subscribers right now. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 we know that they're thinking about. They're bringing us videos as well as live streams and shorts with popular titles for video games more than anything else. They've gotten into 5,400 and even 31,000 on one of these shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So lots of Astrobot. I'm not sure if I'm even familiar with that game except for this channel. Fortnite, of course, I think everybody knows. And then I'm not sure if I saw a Grand Theft Auto in that short. Was that Grand Theft Auto? It looked like it. Every time I see a police car on a video game, I think it's Grand Theft Auto. So hopefully everybody will connect with Matt. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Absolutely unnecessary. Truly very much appreciated. But we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen. Then we get back to spinning the wheel, which I already did. Nikki Silver Stacker's coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, the Xeophobic 73 channel is a longtime friend as well. They've been doing a lot of live streaming lately. Jerry, I'm in the same boat. If I'm on YouTube, I'm on a computer almost all the time. Yeah, I have to think about it to go on a phone. GTA is the best. You know, when when PlayStation 2 was around, and I bought every Grand Theft Auto game after Grand Theft Auto 3, but I would burn games as well, right, back in the day. And you had to have a special CD-ROM burner for this and all this stuff, or DVD, whatever it is. And I wrote on the disc, right, because the discs are blank. You got to write on it with a Sharpie marker, my favorite thing. So I wrote the only game that matters, so that we know which one is Grand Theft Auto. I think I did that for San Andreas, and then ended up buying it afterwards anyway. We used to use the stuff so much that the discs would get scratched, and more than once I bought a Grand Theft Auto game more than once. Which is kind of silly. And then DJ Caldwell the Cool. I'll get to as many channels as I can. I just got through the longest story time of the day. It'll probably be minimal from now on, but I got over an hour and a half. So I'll do my best to get as many channels as possible, but it's always done in the fairest way I can. Based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. The more true conversation everybody's having with other people, that's what makes you move up the list to get onto the wheel, let's just say. Southern Belle Nola is asking about the option for mid-roll ads. Oh, that's unfortunate. Viewers to have ads during the auction. Yeah, Southern Belle. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that you had such a bad experience with that. So there should be a setting where you can stop the idea of mid-roll ads altogether. I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to show that to you, but let me see if I can find a way. Nikki Silver Stacker's up on the screen. We're going to talk about their content in a second. That's an important idea. I don't know if we've ever really talked about that in the way that we're about to talk about it before. The idea is that mid-rolled ads on your channel mean that YouTube can insert ads not just at the beginning or end of any video or live stream, but in the middle. And you see, this is an example where somebody may not want that, right? Let me see if I can do this on the... I don't have ads on the copyright-free music channel yet. Am I wrong about that? Oh, I am wrong. No, I am right about that. I'm just looking for a channel that I can use to show you that I have here. Oh, pardon me while I look through this, while I dig through this setting to see if there's a way to figure this out. Okay, I found it. So here's a video that I have on my personal channel. It's just a live stream replay. I believe there's a way to set this universally for the whole channel. But as a minimum, it's on your video page under the Earn tab. And you'll be able to click this button. You want it off. Don't show ads during my video. Mid-roll means like while the video's rolling, in the middle of it, there's a advertisement. So forgive me if that's a horrible answer, and not as useful as I wish it was. But that is for individual videos. I think there's a way to do it for the channel too. So the idea is any video on YouTube, apparently, we're not talking about shorts though, videos, live stream replays that are 8 minutes or longer, you have the ability to put an advertisement or more than one in the middle of the video. YouTube gives you a chance if you want. There's a little slider so you can put the ad where you want, because a lot of creators want to maximize their ad revenue, right? They're not really thinking about their friends. They're thinking about the 90% of viewers that are out there that are finding the videos by chance and like want to hammer them with ads. There's a lot of mixed opinion about it. I don't know whether I really have one or not. When it comes to advertisement, yes, I know a lot of people rely on the ad money and want to maximize it, which makes sense. But in some cases, you may decide, I don't want ads to roll during my live stream because it's going to make people leave, especially your friends who are going to feel bad. They don't want to skip the video, but they're missing everything. Right? So that's why I turn the ads off on Superchat, because here we do well enough with Super Chats and memberships. I promise you it dwarfs the ad money that this channel would make because we only do live streams. So it's better that everybody can get in and out of here, because it wouldn't have worked if there was ads all over the place. But you see how there could be different opinions about different things. On my personal channel, of course the ads are on. I want them on my product reviews and stuff like that. So different opinions on different things. But basically the idea is you could choose whether you want to have those mid-roll ads or not. And forgive me for not being certain. Yeah, Southern Belle Nola. I wonder, I'll tell you what, we're going to do another break in like 10 minutes. I'm going to look in the background and see if I can find a setting. It might be in the channel settings. Or actually, I got a better idea. Let's do this. On YouTube, I want to disable mid-roll ads for all of my upcoming live streams. And then let's just see what it comes back with. YouTube Studio, go to the settings. Okay, it's exactly where I thought it was going to be. Upload defaults. There you go. So hopefully this is helpful. I'll put this in I'll copy that into the chat. Go to upload defaults, advanced settings. So when you're in YouTube Studio, it's the settings that are at the bottom left of the screen, at least on a computer. I'm not sure how easy it is to do on a phone, but that will set the, should be able to help you set to not have mid-rolls for your whole channel moving forward. And then you could probably enable it per video if you wanted to someday. But see, Southern Belle Nola does live auctions. So the whole point is to put things on the screen. Like I could take my little Pac-Man machine like I talked about, and I could say, okay, everybody, look, I'm going to start this at $5. Everybody can bid. And, you know, at some point, somebody's going to say, I'll give you $15, I'll give you $20, or whatever it's going to be. And then Southern Belle Nola can say, okay, I'm going to arrange shipping with you and this and that, and that's an auction. But what happens if an ad pops up while somebody's trying to bid? Well, you just lost out. So the small amount of money that the advertisement would have brought in that case, because we know it's pennies, right? You only get a few dollars for every 1,000 views. When you think about that, it's less than pennies at times, right? Dwarfs what you would have sold anything for. So that's just an idea. Go to the content page, click on the symbol, and look at the 3 pull-down menus. Okay, forgive me, Nikki Silverstacker. We are going to get to your channel in a second. Let me just see if I can get to that again. I'm just doing it in the background so that I'm not showing anything that I shouldn't be showing. So I'm going to go to a live stream. I'm going to go to a, here's my live stream page on my personal channel, right? So I'm going to go over, and you said click on the dollar symbol and look at the 3 pull down menu. Oh, this is for ads at all, so you can turn it right off if you want. Is that what you meant? Southern Balnola? I'm just curious to know if I've got the right thing, if that's what you're talking about. And then the settings are down here. You can go to the settings and upload defaults. And if we go to monetization, show mid-roll ads during my videos. This is what we want for what we're talking about right now. For most creators, you probably want that on. And then you want to set things per video. You can do that for live streams in advance if you wanted to. I think that's what Southern Balnola was looking for. But if I click on the earn button, and then this is the checkbox, if that makes sense. Hopefully that was it. Pull down menu for manual, scheduled, or automatic. Mine might be different than yours. Is that the case? Manual, scheduled, or automatic. Upload defaults, monetization. Oh, I don't know why I don't see it. Let me go to a video and see if there's a difference between videos or live streams. I don't see a difference. It's very possible, Southern Balnola, that maybe your channel is set up differently than mine. Okay, forgive me. I'm going to look in the background because I'm tripping over this and I can't figure out why I can't see what you want me to see without trying to race through it. So during the break, I'm going to go for a break in like, why don't we do it right now? We'll talk about Nikki Silver Stacker's channel. We'll go for a break for 3 minutes and we'll come right back and I'll try to sort that out while we're gone and then we'll come back and see. Has you picked the times? Yeah, I think I know what you mean, but I'm gonna have to go and look. So forgive my clunkiness there. Nikki Silver Stacker, though, this is a creator who has to be happy because silver and gold have had a run over the last year to year and a half, like not seen in our lifetime yet. So this creator is going to talk about the idea of silver stacking, which basically means it's almost along the lines of dollar cost averaging, where somebody might talk about investing and say, like, you know, you put your $25 a month or $50 a month or whatever you can. Not quite the same thing. You just, you know, if you were to buy pieces of silver, literally like silver eagles or silver maple leafs or whatever is the right thing in your area, people would do this with gold as well. And when they can, add more, add more, add more, add more, because the idea is that over our lifetimes, silver and gold are going to do really well. I'm a huge fan of precious metals. Nikki Silver Stacker will do a better job of describing this when we get there. I'm going to grab their one of their latest videos. They put this out a few days ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list because this one's longer than he's put out a few short videos, but I'm going to take the longer video. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll help me catch up a little bit. This creator's also got shorts on the channel at 1,700 views for a few of them. And then live streams on the channel as well. And then they're looking at some charts as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nikki Silver Stacker. They're another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they'll help you understand the idea of silver stacking. And then that comes along with the foundation for building wealth or financial freedom, if we want to look at it that way. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nikki Silver Stacker. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen soon. Mamatato Heyday, I caught a premiere for, I think it was yesterday, right? And let's go for 3.5 minutes. I'm going to try to decipher this mid-roll ad situation, and then we will come right back. right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Mumitato Heyday, Cozy Heyday with Cindy. We'll look at that channel in a second. I think I found what we were looking for there. So if I go back on any video or live stream when you're monetized, you're able to hit this button that says Review Mid-Roll Placement. And then you can go through these timestamps, or you could just slide the things here and decide where you want the advertisements to show up. Now this looks ridiculous. It looks like YouTube wants to play about 15 ads during my live stream. That's not the case. They're suggesting placements, and then it gets into a complicated subject. But if YouTube has an ad available to be shown on any video or live stream, and you have a place for that advertisement, and YouTube has determined that it's a good time to run it, then it will. But if not, you're just setting a bunch of places that are suitable for ads. YouTube's still gonna decide where it wants them to go. And then you have this other button here, automatic ad slots. If I turn that off, they all disappear, and then you could put them in yourself. So I could take one and I could say, well, I want it over here because, you know, something happened, or I could put it over here because it's right after the exciting part or right before the exciting part. And that's basically what we're talking about. So just please let me know if you need me to elaborate, but I think that's what we're looking for. Van Lock, to see here. Izzy Pop Designs is in the house. I really cleaned up the wheel there, so I might have done it too aggressively. We're going to talk about Mumitato Heyday with Cindy. Sorry, Cozy Heyday with Cindy. I just caught a premiere from them, and I've caught many live streams, as a matter of fact. Heyday's a game I've played hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, actually. Not lately, but I have played it. And I enjoyed all the time that I was playing it. At the time, I was playing with some people on Facebook a little bit. So, like, you know, we water each other's gardens, or I think pick up each other's packages, or whatever it is that we're doing. It's been so long. Cozy Heyday with Cindy. This channel is way, way farther advanced than anything I even ever saw in Heyday. But it's cool. They got a podcast going on as well. This is a great example of something. Gary Vaynerchuk is somebody I'm talking about more and more. Gary V, for anybody who's seen his stuff. He's on every platform. He posts 100 times a day, it seems. But I've been following him for years. And he talks about basically the future of social media. So if you want to know, if you want to make some money online with YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or wherever it's going to be, he can help us understand what's coming tomorrow. And he talks about the idea, look, anybody that wants to make money online, take anything that you love and just talk about it constantly. He went through this whole speech the other day about if somebody was a fan of the TV show Friends, they could do a Friends podcast and they could just talk about Friends all day and night. You know you're watching that TV show every day. You know you're falling asleep to it, you know, and this and that. If you love it that much, that's your thing. Be the Friends podcast type person is basically the idea. Right? So Mumitato Heyday with Cindy, Cozy Heyday with Cindy, pardon me, is doing a great job with their immersiveness, if that's even a word, in the content. I found it really cool to get into the idea that they got a podcast going. Podcasts have been around for what I think is like 30 years now, but only during COVID did it start to really become popular. And I think that's because everybody was forced to be isolated and everything like this. I don't know. You go anywhere now, you can't get anybody's attention. Today I was whining and complaining because I was walking through a shopping center and the security guy had to yell at like 5 times, like, hello, pardon me, hello, because they had their headphones on. Like, well, I don't know what you're doing. I just needed directions somewhere from them. Where's the store that I needed to go to or whatever. But still, they weren't listening because they had their headphones on. They might have been listening to a podcast. Who knows? But that stuff really took off. People do it in the gym. I've been listening to that stuff for as long as they've been out. Not, all the time, but some. I watch a lot of YouTube. I listen to a lot of YouTube. But video podcasts have been a thing for longer than I think a lot of people might realize. And then people have the ability to listen to them instead of watching if they want to. So kind of magic, but this is really cool. Mama Tato Heyday, was that Daisy HD that you were collaborating with on that one? Forgive me for not being certain. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Southern Balnola, hopefully I caught what you were looking for there. And then Create and Relate is dropping a super chat so that we'll look at Simply Debbie Sue. And thank you for that. She's an incredibly supportive creator, so I'm glad to see support coming through for her as well. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Create and Relate has done that kind of thing a million times before. And then, you know what I found happened for me? I bet you this is what happened. So I used to play Heyday on a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. My first ever tablet. I remember it was like 400 Canadian dollars when I bought it. And that's like, I don't know, 15 years ago or 12 years ago or whatever it was, right? And maybe a little bit less, but you know what I mean. And after that, I got another tablet. Kristen gave me a tablet for Christmas. I don't think I ever put Heyday on it. So that stopped me from playing that. Then I was playing another game. Fairbrick Studio here got me into playing Tiny Tower, but a Lego version, Lego Tower. And I used to love the Tiny Tower games. And I was playing that for a while. Then I got another tablet. And then I stopped playing. So I think that's what has caused me to stop playing some of the games that I've played, is just because I've switched devices. And, like I said, I've been at this for years and years and years. So not unreasonable, I think, over a lifetime to have switched devices. Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting, I've got you on the wheel. Izzy Pop Designs, thank you for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I know we got friends who do that kind of thing regularly. I can't say it enough. You really don't have to. But I do appreciate it. It's a generous thing to have done. Joe Hupp is a longtime friend. They'll be happy to have that gifted membership. And we'll likely see them, if not today, then soon. And Izzy Pop Designs will come up right after Create and Relate, because we do put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I don't think I said hello to Jesse Journals and Unboxes, but I did see them here a few moments ago. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say that a million times, but I know I miss people. I don't mean to. I did put Jesse Journals and Unboxes on the wheel. So Mama Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy is up on the screen right now. Like I said, I just caught their premiere yesterday, but they've also got shorts over here. If you haven't seen Heyday, very much like Farmville. I don't know if that's true, actually, because I haven't played Farmville well enough to know if it's as similar as I think it is. So maybe... Either Daisy HD or Mama Tato with Heyday, or pardon me, Mama Tato Heyday can correct me if I'm wrong. But I always associate the two, even though Heyday is the one that I played. And then live streams on the channel as well. And I wonder, Cindy, did you ever see the TV commercial that I was talking about with Daryl from The Office as the actor? He was in it. I thought it was hilarious. But when was the last time I caught you for a live stream? Has it already been 3 weeks? There we go. But we see she's on regularly, my dear goodness. And hopefully everybody will connect. 636 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 700 they're thinking about. And hopefully everybody will connect. Pete twisted your arm and made you, says Izzy Pop Design. Oh, and then thank you, Blester Crochet. I thought I put you on the wheel. Forgive me for that. Let me get you on there right now. Today's been story time upon story time, actually. But we covered something that we haven't looked at often. And then, Oh, tab 3. Is it only 6 years? Yes. New times, new beginnings. I might be mistaken. I'm getting way ahead of myself over how long ago that is. I keep saying I worked in film for a while before YouTube, like 10 years ago. But no, it probably started 10 years ago. It probably ended 7 years ago, or 6 or 5. So maybe I'm mistaken. But that was what I remember, because that's when I had the tablet. I got it because when I was working in film, I had so much downtime. I was only doing location support most of the time. Once in a while, I would be a production assistant. Literally PA, like Scratch and Pete PA. But for location support, it's basically security. You're just making sure people aren't doing things they're not supposed to do in areas they're not supposed to do it. The rest of the time, you get to play Heyday on a tablet or go on a computer or whatever you're going to do. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mom and Tato, Cozy Heyday with Cindy, and you'll get an idea of what Heyday is. Much better from them than you are from me today. But I do enjoy the game. I love the idea of something like, it's not an idle clicker, but I forget how to describe it. I should know this very well. But Cindy, if you want to tell us, if you remember what the genre is of that type of game, it doesn't matter. I'm the only one who's worried about it right this second, but I can't remember the word for the life of me. And then Simply Debbie Sue is up on the screen right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. No matter how many videos I watch from Simply Debbie Sue, she's always got more by the time I get to the channel. I just watched this video 2 hours ago, or whatever it was, before we started Tuber Chat. And this one's different because this is a new one in a series. What Simply Debbie Sue is known for on her channel, from what I've seen so far, I've seen many of her videos actually, is heartwarming stories that are narrated by the creator. And then I'm not sure what she's doing for the, I don't know, I'm not sure if you're using ChatGPT or Nano Banana or something for the images, or if you're getting these somewhere else. I forget if I asked you. I thought I asked you, but I'm not sure. And then this creator, there's always some kind of an inspiring or heartwarming moral or theme to the story. You'll get that idea when you get there. And then this creator gives one of my favorite descriptions on an about section. I think she put a lot of thought into that. I find that when I write things, it sounds like it comes out of a textbook, which I'm not upset about, but I love seeing other creators with personality that they're able to put into their marketing, or whatever you want to call it, because that's really what our about section is for, right? And then this creator otherwise gives us a chance to get to know her. She's got a lot of happy mail that comes through on the channel, or she could be introducing us to family, which I've seen more than once. I'm just going to take her latest video and put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that's got a fun name. It's just meant for me to keep or get caught up with creators. And Simply Debbie Sue, wow, is working on 1,500 subscribers. So she mentions faith stories and simple joys, but I promise you, her about section is worth a read. It had enough impact on me that I've mentioned it many times as well. And then Michael's Adventures is in the house, another beloved and dedicated moderator. He will have a premiere for us in just over an hour. He's on every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern as a minimum. And he'll give us an extra half hour to continue connecting the same way we are today. And then Creator and Relate dropped a super chat so that we would look at Simply Debbie Sue's channel. So that tells me that Simply Debbie Sue has had an impact on Create and Relate as well. And the reason why I keep saying these kinds of things is because this is examples of, if not the friendships that have started, the support from creators to each other that you're seeing, develop in the background here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Create and Relate. We'll talk about their content in a second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I'm not sure how many people realize how the stories that I tell about these channels change over time. I know not everybody's able to be here, you know, a million times, this, that, but there are a lot of creators who've been with us literally not just dozens of times, but hundreds of these live streams, for which I'm going to be eternally grateful. But I wonder, because Create and Relate is a perfect example of a speech that started with, this creator does a lot of different types of crafts and shows us a lot of the supplies, including hauls that go along with that. And it's expanded over the last couple of years because she does so many product reviews on the channel. Some of it has to do with the crafting that she continues with. She does resin a lot right now, as well as I've seen a lot of diamond painting from this creator. But when we talk about the product reviews, we're talking about crafting supplies, basically hauls for a lot of the time. She gets into things related to our YouTube journeys as well, including cameras, lighting, hard drives. We've talked about a lot of different things. She has a Cricut machine, which is one of my favorite inventions. I don't have one, but I know many people that do. You can use that for not just crafting, but making merchandise and things like that as well. Oh, my dear goodness, I'm clicking all over the place here. I'm just going to take the latest resin video though, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I say I use to keep or get caught up with creators. There's shorts over here. More variety here, but these have gotten into 1,500, 1,600 views on a couple of them. This creator's monetized, lots of ways to support Create and Relate, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're working on 1,700 subscribers as well. They've done plenty of live streams in the past. I've seen them do some diamond painting, and you know, live streams, nobody needs me to say this, but they really are magical, because it's one thing when we're watching each other's videos. It's another thing when you can literally ask a creator for something and then they do it for you. Like Create and Relate, I'm going to remember probably forever the fact that this creator, I mentioned the idea of the diamond painting, and I can't remember which live stream it was, one of these here, and I said I can't wait to see some of the finished product, right? I think it was that I was saying, and then they were oh, here, let me show you. And it's so cool to be on the other side, because obviously I do a lot of live streaming, but I'm happy to see that from other creators as well. I think that's really where the magic is for a lot of people when it comes to watching live streams. And then Santa Fred Adventures, yes, thank you for being here. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time, you know, we're live, especially for the fact we don't have a schedule, but I do appreciate every moment. We got friends that run the stream in the background as well, whether they're working or driving or doing other things, and I appreciate all of that. Create and Relate, thank you for the super chat again. They've done it a million times before. They wanted us to look at Simply Debbie Sue's channel. I really do appreciate that. I know she'll appreciate it as well. And Izzy Pot came in and gifted a membership right after that. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then when we look at the chat, I really wiped out quite a few names on the wheel. I got to make sure everybody's there. And then, yeah, Izzy Pop, thank you again for another gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. Izzy Pop has done that kind of thing a million times before. Now, this creator has a special story as well. When we look at Izzy Pop, many people here might know that you've been connected to this creator for a long time. But if you haven't heard me make a big deal about this, then I hope you'll go over to their channel and double check and just make sure that you're subscribed, because they actually had to reset and restart. They had to start a brand new channel, had to start their subscribers all over again. Now, Izzy Pop, I've been lucky enough to have been in many of their live streams over the last at least 2, if not, it must be getting beyond 3 years now, and probably even longer. I could be wrong. But Izzy Pop has always had a very engaged, loyal, and dedicated audience. So when they live stream, they do a great job of keeping up with the chat. Like, they're right on time. You know, a lot of creators, like, it can be a struggle to keep up with the chat, especially when your channel starts getting busy and you find yourself 10 minutes behind, 15 minutes behind, 20 minutes behind. Lots of hosts miss a lot that goes on in the chat. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's something we can improve on. But Izzy Pop's always done a great job with that, now that I think of it, right from the beginning, actually. And like I said, I've been lucky enough to be there many times. This creator has always been known for outstanding animations and graphics on their channel, and then they help us understand some of the tools that are out there, especially now that they're evolving, to help us understand how we can try to make some of these things for ourselves. But when you get to their channel, you see the avatars, the banners, the thumbnails. They change some of these regularly, but when I roll over these, you see these outstanding animations as well. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. We always want to connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer. I'll just grab a live stream replay. I'm going to run that for today. When you get, again, up to like the 2,000 hours, then just please let me know, because that's the best time for me to run all your stuff, because I'll make one of those playlists I keep talking about lately, and we'll hammer a few hundred watch hours, I'm sure. Izzy Pop tends to do lengthy live streams. I've said for a long time, you know, the conversation could go anywhere once it gets started. Sometimes they start with a theme, but you'll notice right away they're a loyal and dedicated audience. And then they've got plenty of shorts over here, 1,700, 1,900, 2,800 views. And then their latest short is square dancing. I'll show you a trick here. I'm going to put this in a playlist so I can watch it after. But what we can do, I'll give you the heart right now. On a computer, it's easy to do this, or on a browser, where I take the word shorts out of the URL and change it for the word watch. And you'll see what happens. Magically, the video comes up with all the regular controls. And then what I can do is I can, oh, pardon me while I click all over the place here. I can go down here and save the video into that catch-up list that I was talking about. So it looks like it's going to be super fun. I just never watch videos while we're on Tuber Chat. And then let's go, oh, pardon me while I click all over the place again and whine and complain about it. I hope everybody enjoys when I do that. And then Izzy Pop, hopefully everybody will connect with. We'd love to get them moving towards the 400 subscribers. We want to see them with these different milestones to be motivated. They were doing live streams like 3 times a week. They've dropped it to about once a week if I'm right, but we want to motivate them to continue. Blonde Traveling Gypsy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And they're 168 away, or 186 away, pardon me. Can I help? I'll tell you the one thing that never, ever, ever works here. When I go, if I've ever tried and said to everybody, okay, everybody go to Blonde Traveling Gypsy right now, everybody subscribe, nobody does. You still get the same 3 or 4 people at a time, because we've been at this for so long that everybody's focused on the quality of the connection. So everybody will connect one at a time, and it's a slow trickle. The only time that's ever close to have worked here is when somebody's like 10 away from a subscriber number, and then I used to put the live count up, and then that hasn't even been working perfectly lately. You're a clicker. Yes, just click until you find what you want. I've stressed out so many people I've worked with in my life because I'm so fast with everything. Right? Find that I'm proficient with most things, but I'm click, 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 and then I'm like, oh no, oh I lost something. Oh, it's okay, I'll get it back. It gets everybody so upset because they're like, just calm down, relax. Just you have to click so fast, and I'm not kidding. What you need to do, schedule a post with a previous live stream. So I schedule community posts far in advance, but one of the things I've been talking about a lot lately, Jason is a big advocate for this, is taking any other video, any older video that you have, and thank you, Scratch and PPA, because I would have forgot that today. Taking any video and posting it. So I'll just show you for a quick second here. Let me go to my, I didn't realize I still had this open. Let me go to my own channel and go to the post page. So this, now that I got a system done, I actually used Claude to help me with this the other day. What I did was I said, here's my channel. Look at my top performing videos. I might have fed it a playlist. I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember exactly what I did for it. But I said, make me a spreadsheet, because I like spreadsheets, that's got titles, links, and a community post of 3 or 4 sentences. Not talking about whether a video is new or old or anything like that. Just the facts of it. Something that might entice people to click. And then, because it was able to spit it out into a spreadsheet that I downloaded, then I just click, 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 click. 15 minutes, did probably half the month. I forget how far I got. Yeah, to September 21st. Does that, no, August we're in. But I did all these community posts in advance. And all this is doing is taking videos that are already on my channel that are already performing well. They're either videos that are getting a lot of views now or videos that have gotten the most views on the channel, right? Like this Dymo label maker is one of my best performers. It's my second most popular video right now, getting hundreds of views a month, let's just say. So it's at 43,000. This one is just a video that's got 12,000, but it's a hotel review that still gets views every year, especially in the summer. Let's just say a webcam. This is one of the most popular webcams that was ever out there, the Razer Kaio. I actually have 2 of them, and I love it. Like, I love it for what it is. It's got its ups and downs, but it's like an older cam right now. This is a video that is sort of evergreen because people use these things in their windows for their cars so that you can have the window down a little bit while it's raining and still get fresh air. And then one of the selfie sticks that I used, that was a sponsored video. But anyway, forgive me. So the reason I'm talking about all this is because I put out a post every single day to pump up a video that's already out there. And what this does is keep the channel warm, because I'm way overdue for posting videos. I promise you, I am working on them. I have a folder here. I'll show it to you just in case. Current videos. Here we go. I've got a list. This is the list of 10 or 12 videos that I've been talking about. Hotel reviews, a crypto wallet, a couple of phones that are old, but I'm going to review anyway, an old webcam I forgot I had. There's like 6 hotel reviews there, and a vacuum cleaner for the car. So anyway, eventually I'll get new videos up, but when I do, then I'll worry about promoting those more, or not promoting, but I will worry about putting them in community posts more to push the views up on those. But in the meantime, this is something that keeps the channel active, and I believe this is getting a lot of, there's a reason I get a lot of views right now. Even though I haven't been putting out videos, if that makes any sense. Scratch and PPA reminded me, we will make it pop. This is a collaboration between Izzy Pop Designs and a longtime friend, Scully Pop. He's been with us, I think, 6 years or so. So these creators are going to talk about more, is it graphics that they're doing here? They're talking about YouTube, I think, more than anything else. Forgive me, because now YouTube creators proven workflows to cut production time in half. So they're going to help us with our YouTube journey on this channel. We will make it pop. So I hope everybody will connect with them. The handle is exactly as it sounds. They're more than halfway to their first 100 already. And forgive me, that's Izzy Pop Designs with Scully Pop together. These creators are just dear friends that I've seen. And then let me spin the wheel. And if I didn't already, we'll get to the next channel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Kristen Welton is up right now. This is my love. We're together in Niagara Falls. I talked about that earlier. We talked about her channel. Scratch and PPA did a special community post for her when he said he saw her video already getting some traction on the hype leaderboard. And or not on the hype leaderboard, but the fact that it had, I believe he said 60,000 points, which is fantastic. It's 10 times, if not more, what I would expect for most videos that I've seen so far. So there might be a couple things going on there. Now, Kristen Welton, we talk about a lot of times, you hear it in the interview series of videos, the fact that when you take a break from YouTube, you know, nobody wants to, but if you have to, what happens is it takes about a month, I find, for the momentum to come back, but it comes back every time. On every channel that I've run or touched, every time we miss a week, it takes a little while to get the momentum back, but it always comes back. And Kristen Welton has been posting videos very regularly lately. I think she's pretty much on weekly now. So you see this 1 month ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 9 days ago, 4 days ago, and she's got another one ready to go. So she's doing a few different things. This creator started with beauty and makeup and moved into more product reviews, unboxings. She's done hauls. She's got Happy Mail. This creator as well lives with multiple sclerosis. So she's doing a series right now to describe the symptoms and talk about how this affects her, and really the benefit is for other people who will stumble across it who also live with multiple sclerosis, or people who are, you know, care for people who live with multiple sclerosis in any way at all, to understand what different people go through with that. Shorts on this channel feature pure variety, but they've gotten into 19,000, 22,000, 28,000, and she's done a ton of live streams as well, or at least almost a couple dozen here. She's done, we've done a couple things together. She's collaborated with other people. She's done indoor streams, outdoor streams, StreamYard panels as well. So she's also working on 1,800 subscribers, and she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just racing through it because I talked about her channel earlier, and I want to get to as many channels as we can in the next 45 minutes or so. Have Fun in Nature's coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Hannah Rebecca's in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know I say it a million times. And it can be tough. Yes, I struggle with that as well. The whole reason, I have a million excuses, but my full-time gig is the biggest excuse I have. I thought I was going to voice a video. I've got one ready to go, but it just needs the voice over. And I thought I was going to do it yesterday. I watched the video like probably 8 times, and I'm not exaggerating. It's only a 4-minute video. I still didn't do it. I was getting more tired every time I was watching it. And I think I got to set aside some extra time for that on the weekend, let's just say. But it's a struggle that lots of people go through. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm. They're dropping a super chat. They've done that a million times before. We'll look at Jerry and Susan's channel next. Right now we've got Have Fun in Nature. And we're going to look at Brian's channel as well. It's just gotten started. But Have Fun in Nature is going to bring us homesteading style content. They actually post a ton. And I don't know why I haven't caught you for a live stream. in a while. I know they said they took this Sunday off, but they were doing some pop-ups as well. And typically they're on every Sunday. I think it's at 4 p.m. Eastern. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, of course. They're working on 1,200 subscribers. They bring us a mix of mostly outdoor content, but they bring us indoors as well. I'm just going to take the longest of the last few videos from the last couple weeks. I'll put that in my catch-up list for today. And they've got shorts on the channel as well. These have moved now into 7,600, 8,700 views. You see they've got all 4 seasons to show us, and then live streams on the channel as well. So like I said, once in a while they do pop-ups, but the weekly Sunday live stream is usually there. They took 1 week off. We'll expect them back next week. And let me get Brian's channel. Covaction, forgive me, I mentioned Chuck and Lori earlier because they came to Niagara on the Lake. Angie's Oddities is somebody who just visited. We missed a chance to meet up with them, but they're a longtime friend as well. And then Brian, we'll get there. I'm just grabbing their handle right now. And then Hardcore Hillbilly, here it is. So, 98 subscribers. This creator we might be able to get to 100 right now. I know it's easier said than done, but whenever you hit a 100 milestone, you want to try to get another 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 if you can, just to get it locked in, because nobody likes to hit 100 and then dip below when YouTube robs us of our subscribers and then have to get it back. I know what that's like, I promise you. But Hardcore Hillbilly, just a few shorts to get the channel started, but obviously as this is the other half of Have Fun in Nature, so hopefully everybody will connect with both of those channels. Covaction, I'm going to get onto the wheel. Butler Family Farm is coming up in a moment. We're going to take a break though. We're going to go for 3.5 minutes. We'll make this one a quick one again, and then we'll come right back. Okay, pardon me just for a moment. We're just going to be like one more minute. I've just got a window crashing in the background. It'll be fine, and then we'll be on. I guess I should have put the screen on, so forgive me for that, but thank you, everybody. So, no, just a window was giving me a headache, and you couldn't hear me because I had the mic off, but I was, like, pleading with it, like, please, I need this to work. Probably in that tone of voice as well. We're going to put... Michael's Adventures has a premiere coming up for us, and that will be... about 40 minutes from now. We're on speed round. I'm going to get to as many channels as I can in the next 40 minutes or so. Thank you, Cruisaholics Anonymous. And then Covaction is still in the house. That's Chuck and Lori. And Butler Family Farm. So, was I not keeping along with Butler Family Farm still in the America's Favorite Couple contest? You'll have to forgive me for that. Jerry and Susan have a video here. I'll show it to you. Where did it go? Here it is. This video on their channel from about 4 weeks ago talks about America's Favorite Couple as a contest. Anybody can join this. Jerry and Susan have been married 42 years. They're dear friends of ours. They've been with us for what I think is 6 years now, 5 anyway, something like this. And Jerry and Susan bring us 116 acres of homesteading content on their farm. They bring us all sorts of livestock. They got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, koi, rabbits, and even more. They meet up with a lot of other creators. They bring that to us either in real life or on StreamYard panels as well. They introduce us to a lot of new friends. Jerry and Susan share the camera work. They bring us into their home. They bring us cooking videos. They get involved in collaborations with other people. I'll talk about one of them soon. And then Butler Family Farm is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Emotion New Soul, thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that kind of thing a million times before. We're going to look at his channel next because we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Now, Butler Family Farm brings us into their home. They bring us into their kitchen. Like I said, cooking and prepping and canning and baking. And Butler Family Farm heads out on the road as well. Some of those meetups I was talking about are creators they meet up with. Sometimes even 70 channels worth of creators and supporters. Jen Palazzo, I put you on the wheel. I'm not sure whether I said it out loud or not. I meant to. Butler Family Farm posts frequently. And you might wonder to yourself, how does this channel have over 175,000? They've been with us for a long time. But they went, past 10,000 all the way to 175,000 within about a year and a half. And Jerry let us know they're using the YouTube promotion system, which is in the YouTube studio. Not something that I expect to ever use or ever recommend, but it is another legitimate way to grow faster if you want to do that with paid advertising. So he shares information about that I'll talk about it in a second, but Jerry and Susan bring us more of the same, matching their content in shorts on the channel, getting into 12,000, 13,000, even 55,000 views on one of these. So live streams here, I mentioned the idea that they collaborate. So when I talk about the promotions, here we go. They've got a series where Belt Loop 29 gets together with Jerry from Butler Family Farm, and they talk about the promotion system for anybody that wants to know about it. It's a very different way of growing, and it means different results for your channel. But they share information about that regularly, and anything else that they've learned along the way in their YouTube journey with other friends as well. When I talk about cooking and baking, they get involved in this monthly bake-along live stream where they've gotten together with Chef Civi and Tim Mitchell from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, along with Devil Dog and Whistle Stop Homestead. And every month they're making a sugar-free dessert or treat as a bake-along live stream. Otherwise, Jerry and Susan every Monday are live together, giving us updates about them, the channel, everything they're doing. And then when they head out to large meetups, they bring us on the road and live stream from those as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Yeah, Jerry says they don't have quite as much time to waste. I don't think Jerry has that far ahead of me, but I know what you mean. But yes, they're different. It's different ways of growing. I just put a lot of focus on that because I keep saying it's something like, for instance, I'm not expecting to ever use, but we don't know what the future holds, right? And then it's very different. That's what I have to, that's what I want to hit home, is the idea. It's a very different way of growing. But Jerry will explain it all to you when you get to the channel if you want. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. Jerry and Susan have been over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters the whole time that they've been with us. And like I said, that's getting on 5 years, if not 6 by now. And then Emotion New Soul has been a friend of ours probably a little bit longer than that. And they're a beloved and dedicated moderator here. And they gifted membership a moment ago. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get right back to spinning the wheel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. You know what I saw, I think, yesterday? I think I saw a video that I think is real from a news channel, like a traditional TV news station, about a woman 101 years old, still goes to work every day in a jewelry store, if I understood right. I just skimmed over it. I didn't really watch it. It was something that came up in my personal channel or whatever. But wow, interesting, right? Because we used to hear these stories of people living to 100, and now it's gone so far beyond that there's all kinds all the time. I think we're going farther and farther and farther. And then get back to their bee meeting. Jerry has, yeah, I did mention the bees. I rifle through the collection very quickly when I talk about Butler Family Farm, but bees are one thing they've had on the farm for a few years now. Thank you, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. I'll get as far as I can. I didn't clean the wheel off this time, but I'll move it as quick as I can. Pardon me, Emotion New Soul is up here right now, and like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator here. They've been with us for what I think is 6 years by now, if you could believe that, but it's true. And Emotion New Soul has a couple of channels, so I'll show you the other one. This is a talented singer, songwriter, producer, and performer, and they bring their original works on their channel as music videos for us. They also bring some reactions on the channel, and they give us a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made. It spawned off into a second channel for that purpose, actually. They've got shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,800, even 2,000 views on one of them. And this creator's been known to bring us a lot of either compilations or live performances on their channel. They've got one coming up tomorrow, so hopefully everybody will catch that. I got the notification on. That's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, they're monetized when we look at writing with Emotion New Soul. We see a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made and a bit of a better look at the man behind the music as well. So when we dig through the channel, you've got the Logic set up there in between some reaction videos and some more shorts on this channel as well. These have gotten into over 1,100 views on one of them, and then live streams over here as well. They've done a few where they're giving us a behind the scenes look at how they're creating some of the music we know and love from Emotion New Soul. Thank you again, Freddie, for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. He's done that kind of thing a million times before. Absolutely unnecessary. And then, yeah, I don't know, Jen Palazzo. I don't know whether that was in a blue zone. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Kala. Yeah, I think that video was real. You know how you see videos, like, for 2 years now, everybody's been listening to me say, like, everything that comes up, I'm like, is that real? And a lot of it is not. But sometimes you see these videos on YouTube and it looks like it comes from a TV news station, but it's not actually. But that one I think was. I just can't remember. Van Lot, it might still be in the house. I had them, yeah, on the wheel. I'm not sure if Tim Mitchell is... did we see Tim Mitchell today? I meant to tell him that I missed his stream today. Santa Fred Adventures, thank you so much. I know I've been like... I got into a couple of speeches today, so I've been a little bit frazzled and kind of racing through channels now, but we still got a half an hour to go. I'll do my best, and thank you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Yeah, the 2 and 10 things at once. I promise you, I know what that's like, but thank you for coming in again. And then Van Lot up on the screen has a couple of things going on. This creator's been with us a few months now. They continue to send friends over here. They've got a workshop where they're doing some really impressive woodworking. Jerry might have, if he didn't see this already, been interested in this because they were working on pens again the other day. I didn't even know that that was a thing until Jerry from Butler Family Farm sent me a pen and pencil set that was literally made on a lathe similar to this. And now Van Lot in Big Daddy's workshop is bringing similar work. The mallet is one of the things I saw from a couple of creators right away. I forget if that was Vice Family Tree or somebody else. I've seen at least 2 of them. And then this creator brings a lot of spiritual inspiration as well. So quite a mix on this channel. But Van Lot is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He's got shorts on the channel at 1,800, 2,100, 2,500. And I was taken away with the idea that this creator, when I caught them for the very first live stream that I saw from them many months ago now, right away, they've got a fast-rolling chat, engaged conversation, loyal and dedicated supporters. And this creator, I can't remember how many subscribers they had when they got here, but they continue to be out there supporting others, encouraging everybody to connect, and they are just racing up to 800 subscribers now. They're getting close. They're already monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Hopefully everybody will connect with Van Lot. Wheatsart, happy birthday. I hope everybody will help us in wishing Wheatsart a happy birthday. I was lucky enough to catch him for a live stream this morning, and we actually put your channel up first today, Wheatsart, just so you know. And Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting is coming up. This is another creator who's been with us for a few years. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There you go. Van Lot had just hit the 300 mark when they found us a few months ago. It's probably getting a little bit longer than I think it is. But now well beyond not only 700, working on 800. And then Hannah Rebecca, I hope I said hello. I know you've been here for a while. And then Artware. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They had a family birthday, so I certainly appreciate you coming in. And then What we're looking at right now, Hot Damn Elaine's crafting. This creator does a few different things, as a matter of fact. So crafting, chatting, laughing, bingo, and relaxing, they say. Bingo is one of the things I see most often from them lately in these live streams. So they're doing this Thursdays. And I've been lucky enough to catch quite a few of these, actually. So you can see they're always smiling and laughing and having a good time. But they've always had an engaged audience in the chat as well. They do a good job of keeping up with the chat while they're on. And then otherwise they could be crafting. And Hot Damn Elaine's crafting has, I believe, done many StreamYard panels as well. I'm struggling to find. There you go, right there. And this is a longtime friend. And this is somebody who's always shows excitement when everybody comes in. You know, like a warm welcome for everybody, even friends of a long time, if that makes any sense. Videos on the channel, they've got almost a dozen here. Hopefully everybody will connect. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And we'd love to push Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting, pardon me, now towards the 2,000 subscribers that they're thinking about. They've passed 1,900. They're officially on the road to 2K. And then I'm going to spin the wheel. And we'll see who's coming up right now. Blessed to Crochet is next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Artware might be a new channel for us, as a matter of fact. Forgive me for that. I don't know when I was muted from, so forgive me for that. Blessed to Crochet is working on monetization. Usually doesn't take more than a couple days. Lately, I know they're talking about being re-monetized, so that's a different story. And then, thank you, everybody. Yeah, I didn't hit the button there for a second. Blessed to Crochet up on the screen is going to talk about crochet, but there's actually a lot of spiritual inspiration from this creator as well. They've put a lot of focus on connecting people together, and I've joined them on their channel, actually. When we look at shorts over here, there's more of a mix of content getting into 10,000, even 11,000 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. And this creator, so a couple of drive streams, conversation with the creator. They've done collaborations before as well. And then they've got another channel. So they're working on 2,400 subscribers right now. And the other channel is Blessing Through Connection. And what they mean by connection is creators connecting together. So they do a lot of live streams where everybody's kind of free to come in and out as they wish. I think what they've done is they talk at the beginning of the stream and then let it run. Am I right about that? Forgive me if I'm wrong in the last few. It's been a few months since they've done them, but they've done shout outs for creators as well, talking about whoever showed up for the live streams in some of these shorts. And then a few videos to get the channel started as well. So Blessing Through Connections working on 400 subscribers. And again, that's Blessed to Crochet with a second channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Thank you. And then Artware celebrated a birthday a couple of months ago. So I might have been confused. I miss a lot that goes on in the chat. But thank you for that. And then when we look at Palazzo Place, this is Jem Palazzo from South Florida. And this creator is a very enthusiastic supporter here that's probably responsible for us gaining hundreds, if not minimum dozens, but probably hundreds of thumbs up over the years now, I think. Jen Palazzo's been with us, I'm guessing 2 years. Could it be longer? Is it 3 by now? Maybe it's even longer than that. Forgive me if I'm wrong. When we look at Palazzo Place, they're going to bring us views, usually outdoors with a couple of furry friends as well. And we're hoping for new videos from Jen Palazzo pretty soon. But they've gotten shorts into 2,300, 2,700, 2,400 views. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. And then Canadian Family Life, I'm just going to make sure you're on the wheel. I've cleaned it up a couple of times, but not in a few minutes here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Yeah, I may not have said hello to Rushing Wind Mountain, but I meant to. Ruby's been with us for years as well. So is Jesse's Journals and Unboxes. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator, just like Michael's Adventures in the chat, Canadian Family Life, Just Jason Keto, who are all still to come. And all of our moderators have different channels and they all do different things, but you can meet more friends exactly the way we are here when you're with any of them for premieres and live streams. Canadian Family Life actually has a premiere this Friday right after Tuber Chat, so we're going to go and raid in there. It's been a long time since we've been able to do that for them. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes up on the screen right now over the years has unboxed all sorts of different things, bath and beauty products, snacks, stationery, postcards, books, crafting supplies. She's done hauls, she's done collaborations, she's got Happy Meal, and this creator now is over 2,800 subscribers. It's getting real, eh? It's got to be exciting. I wonder how exciting it is for some of our friends to be hitting these 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscriber marks, and knowing like it's at some point it becomes guaranteed, right? In my opinion, when you get to 600, you're like, wow, this is really starting to feel real. When you get to 700, you're like, oh my gosh, it really is like just a matter of time. But I'm gonna get there. Well, by the time you get to 800, after any 1,000, it's like, oh, we're just watching the clock now. So it has to be exciting. And Jesse Journals and Unboxes has changed up the channel just the slightest bit over the years, now putting a lot of focus on crafting and journaling and the supplies that come with that. She continues with some of the subscription boxes, though, like this is where the books and the postcards come from. A lot of the crafting supplies as well. And then she shows us a lot of the things that she makes with a lot of the things that she receives. And then, like I said, she collaborates with people, both in the traditional sense of making videos with either other people or the idea of things that have been sent to her by other people, or using the official YouTube collaboration feature where if she's doing a mystery unboxing, like one of those subscription services, she gets the owner of the business to come into the chat while she's premiering every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And that's cool because we get to do some Q&A with the person who's curating these collections, if that makes any sense. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes features a lot of the things she finds in her hauls and unboxing videos in shorts. This is how I know what washi tape is, but she's also got jewelry, like I said, bath and beauty products here, snacks, stationery, more crafting supplies, and then live streams as well. She just brought us a stream about a month ago. We're hoping for more. She's done a million of these before. She's the kind of creator who has so much support for others that she'll have a flood of support coming back to her whenever she drops a premiere or a live stream. As a matter of fact, her support for us over the years has increased, and that's a tough thing to do. I think we all know that. So we're going to take one more break for 3.5 minutes. My voice just needs that bit of a rest. We'll be right back, and then we're going to look at Canadian Family Life. want to see something funny? I just looked at my messages. I usually do just clear notifications, see if I've missed anything anybody might be looking for me for. 7 years ago, apparently, on this day, if you can see this on my phone, my personal channel had 99 subscribers. So I've been long over 10,000 now, but it took quite a hike to get there. But funny to look back at that, and I promise you it took a lot longer to get 99 subscribers back then than it takes now for most people. Canadian Family Life is up on the screen, and this is Tiffany. She brings a family channel, and the whole family gets involved in the channel. They do a lot of different things. One of the things that they do frequently are food bank grocery hauls, and I've seen many of these from this creator, and it gives you an idea of the kind of things that a family of 4 will get from a food bank or something along those lines. So Tiffany often goes through the different things that they receive, whether it's, I think it's every 2 weeks. But when she does these videos, she talks about who in the family is going to like the different things the most, or the things she's going to make when those come along. It's just one part of the channel. There's a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, a lot of challenges between family members, a lot of product reviews, now sponsored videos. They do travel, they do crafting together. And like I said, the whole family gets involved in the channel. Chris, her husband, has his own channel, but they're really focused on this right now. So if anybody wants to search out Chris's Creation Fun, you'll find the second channel from New Brunswick that this family's looking after. Chris has moved his product reviews over here for the time being, though Bella and Alex get involved as well. They've got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 3,200, 5,600 views. They've got another one here. I'm unsure whether they promoted this or not. The only reason why I say that is because the video jumped so quickly to 39,000 views, or if something else is happening there. And then live streams on the channel as well. Tiffany does live streams every month or 2. She's probably due for another one. Oh, did I maybe misunderstand? Canadian Family Life, are you dropping a premiere on Friday, or is it a live stream? I forget for the life of me, because we talked about rating. Either way, we're going to rate in there, but whether it's a premiere or a live stream, because she's probably due for one right now. So we have that to look forward to. In about 15 minutes from now, we're going to raid into Michael's Adventures. He's got a premiere. He's going to give us an extra half hour to continue connecting the same way we do right now. Canadian Family Life's got something big in the works, which is great to know. Cove Action is Chuck and Lori from Syracuse. Actually had them on the wheel twice. I just met up with them. Kristen Welton and I were lucky enough to meet up with them a few weeks ago. I got my Cove Action stickers. They're still sitting right beside me on my desk. I'm watching the weather to see when I'm going to be able to get out for an outdoor live stream in Niagara Falls, where it's going to be cool enough to wear the hoodie that they gave me as well. I'll get that the second I can get into that. We're right in the middle of summer weather, but as soon as we get down to below 70, let's say, I'll give that a try. Cove Action Travel up on the screen right now, though. Chuck and Lori bring us travel, and they're pretty serious about their video editing and filming. I'll talk about that in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Cove Action's making me laugh, saying they could wear it in their basement. Yeah, actually, in our apartment, we got a new air conditioner this year. We haven't had one for almost 10 years. And so we went and got another one this year. We have, our apartment only allows us to have those ones with the hoses that go through the window or whatever. So we have it in our living room, and it's hopefully cool in the whole apartment. It actually does not a bad job. But we don't spend any time in the living room lately, or I don't. Kristen does. She works out there. She works from home, so she works out there, but I spend almost no time out there. I spend 10 minutes a day, I think, in the living room, where it's cool. Otherwise, I'm in a room where it's on the verge of feeling the air conditioning coming through. But it's about 800 square feet, so it does a decent job. It's just whatever was 500 Canadian dollars at Costco a couple of months ago, let's just say. That would work out to about 350, 360, 370 American maybe. Covaction Travel is up on the screen, and Chuck and Lori, like I said, they take their editing and filming very seriously. So they've got a new video here as well from a couple days ago. Olive's Eatery. That looks too much like Olive Garden to me, my dear goodness. We haven't done that yet. Apparently Olive Garden is open in Toronto, and Kristen and I would probably love to both go there. We've literally gone into upstate New York, like not upstate New York, but like right around Niagara Falls for that reason, just to go there. Because we don't have it in Canada anymore until now. And then Covaction Travel's working on 5,800 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer. They take us literally, they're worldly travelers. So they bring us to a lot of really interesting places. And they have a lot of fun together as well. This is really cool. I was lucky enough, like I said, Kristen and I met up with them. We got to meet them in person. They're just as kind and generous in person as they are as supporters on their channel or behind their channel. They got shorts over here at 8,700, 12,000, 21,000 views on one of these. They're monetized, of course, and then live streams on the channel as well. They bring these out occasionally. They're on every few weeks, and they give us a bit of a mix talking about YouTube or their travels, and they discuss the ideas behind planning how they're going to film. Sometimes it has to be very fast-paced, especially if they're touring, or the fact that they use DaVinci Resolve, which obviously is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, video editing programs, let's just say, the kind of thing that Hollywood uses. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Director J, so this is a brand new channel, Artware, picked up a gifted membership today. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then the Bud Files is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then the Bud Files is coming up. They've been with us for probably 6 years by now. This is the creator. It's a family of creators, but Sue from the Bud Files is the creator I was talking about earlier, saying that she does a really great job of keeping track of a lot of their supporters and what they do on their channel. So she'll do shout outs. I just watched this one, but look at this, 3,500 subscribers they've got. They did a shout out video again. She's done, I guess, 35 of these, and she'll go through the phone and she will talk about, I'm hoping I can get a rollover here. You'll have to watch it to see what I'm talking about, but she'll talk about what all the different channels do that give them support, right? They got many more viewers than channels like everybody would, but she does just a spectacular job. They always have. This family does all kinds of activities together. They are indoors. They're mostly outdoors. it seems the whole family's history buffs. And they're out on adventures all the time. They bring us for that either in videos or live streams. They bring us into their home. They play games together. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 5,500, 5,600, 15,000 views. Pardon me. They've got a series called Way Back Wednesdays. Way Back Wednesday, where they're bringing us history in videos, and then they've got live streams over here. They could take us outdoors for parades and events and things like that, some fireworks for the 4th of July 250, or they could be bowling in the house, which is my favorite thing to joke about, because I'm not kidding. I've seen it more than once from these creators. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Bud Files. Family togetherness is my favorite thing on this channel, but they've been dear supporters to us for years, and to everybody else as well. I run into the Bud Files and have for years regularly supporting other people. They're working on 3,600 subscribers already now, and then we're going to look at Blonde Travel and Gypsy in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jason's got to be laughing or shaking his head. We never know how long it's going to take to get picked on the wheel, but I think Jason's been there from the beginning of the stream, and it's still Crafty Witch 232. Actually, I think she's been in and out a bit, but Hala came in after not too long after the beginning. I think they've been here a couple hours by now. Just never know. Blonde Travel and Gypsy up on the screen right now. They just did a helpful video to show anybody that wants to know how to go live if you haven't done it yet, because there's a lot of people out there who would probably do their first live stream if they would just know how to do it and be sure. So when we have creators helping each other like this, I think that's a great idea. Blonde Travel and Gypsy otherwise drives team, and they bring us a lot of outdoors for their adventures all over the place. As a matter of fact, they've done a few different things. They've got this new rock collection. I've never seen anything like this, because even when I've been able to go to any kind of a beach here in Canada, we have a lot of beaches, but it's very different from anything tropical. Not that you have to be in a beach, like they're talking about Kentucky here, but I don't remember seeing rocks very often quite this size, and certainly not so colorful. And they might know more about them than I'll ever know, but interesting to see. 3,800, 5,500, 7,700, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I don't know why I haven't caught you. How long have I not caught you for a live stream for? A month already? See, this is what I'm talking about. How do you catch some creators almost daily and other creators not so often? It's the way that YouTube is mixing up the recommendations for us. Some of us don't rely on notifications. If I clear my notifications right now, you'll see how quick those will pick right back up. Hala is coming up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. You got to go to a creek or in the woods to find something like that. Says Blonde Travel and Gypsy. The only time I've ever found anything that I remember was in beaches around here, but nothing even like those. What you have there, the smallest rocks you're showing us in those videos, is the largest I would have seen that I can think of. My memory's not what it once was, but I remember looking for things like that, but not so many. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think so. Hala is up on the screen right now. I say that a million times, right? I could be wrong. Hala is up on the screen, and this creator comes from New York, but they bring us different areas as well. They've brought us to New Jersey a couple of times that I've seen. They take us to events more than anything else. This was a cool video where they were bringing us Camper Van's block party. A little bit different. Otherwise, there's parades and live performances. They take us to a lot of car shows. Here's some live performances here. This is a bit of a different kind of video, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll get a solid hour of watch time there. They're well over 1,000 subscribers now, and actually we were only talking about that a week ago. They're almost 1,100 already. And then Shorts on this channel is looking at the idea that they've got 3,100, 3,400, 7,300 views. And then live streams on the channel as well. And this is where they either bring us to the beach, ironically, because we were just talking about that, or behind the scenes for different parades. There's got some fireworks going on there, more car shows. So there's a lot going on this channel, all event-based. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hala. Somebody I have noticed ever since finding the Superchat family many months ago is out supporting people. I probably run into them every day. In somebody's premiere or live stream, they try to be with us for every stream as well. I don't expect that from anybody, but I do appreciate it. Crafty Witch 232 is coming up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And High Plains Camper just snuck in the door. Rushing Wind Mountain's coming up next. We're looking at Crafty Witch 232 right now, and this is Andy. This is a creator who's out creating every single day in vertical live streams or portrait live streams. And this is what I'm talking about here. Look at the view counts on some of these. They've gotten into thousands of views because they're on usually for at least a couple of hours, creating the whole time. A lot of pop culture references there. They show us a lot of things they're making, and they're usually selling a lot of this stuff, or most of it, in shows or conventions or markets and things like that. So the fact that this creator is so supportive to other YouTubers, because I run into them probably every day supporting somebody, probably more than once even, in different premiere and live stream chats. And the fact that they do these vertical live streams, which we know can draw in lots of subscribers. Andy's got one of the fastest growing channels we've seen in the Superchat family in the last 6 years. Now working on 5,800 subscribers. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they've got shorts on the channel as well, and these feature even more of the creations. They've got a mix of 3D printing, crochet, cross stitch, perler beads, a lot of sewing as well. So they've got more information on the about section, and then once in a while they bring us a tutorial or a collaboration. And I've even seen them play a video game. They've done a couple of in real life live streams. We saw that one. They were bowling the other day. And hopefully everybody will connect with Crafty Witch 232, an over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, to say the least. And then I already spun the wheel, so Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up right now. And just Jason Keto's got to be laughing or shaking his head, like I said. We never know how long it's going to take to come up. And then I've dropped a link many times for Michael's Adventures. His premiere is going to start any second. It's already started, actually. We'll go over there and raid, and he will give us another half hour that we can continue connecting the same way we are here. I'll be over there as well. And Rushing Wind Mountain is Ruby. This creator comes from the Pacific Northwest, and they bring us nature and wildlife together in both video shorts and live streams. They post frequently. I'm just going to grab the latest video. Anything here can go from a minute to hours long, both in streams and videos. They got a lot of hummingbird videos. Not everybody's able to catch a lot of this, but they catch quite a bit of it. And then otherwise, when I roll over the videos or dig through the thumbnails, you get an idea of the different things that they're bringing to us. I'm going to rerun this video. I know it's short, but I don't know why the red line's not all the way across. Shorts on this channel feature feature some humorous moments if you look for some of the wildlife here. And these have gotten into thousands of views as well, with all 4 seasons to share with us. And then they've got live streams on the channel, like I said, both in portrait and landscape mode. They've experimented with a lot of these, and it's more of the same, pleasing audio, pleasing visuals together. And hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain, another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for probably over 5 years as well. Just Jason Keto, I spun the wheel just for fun. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I know not everybody can be here every day, but I do appreciate every moment. Especially with the fact that we don't have a schedule. Thanks to our friends that run the stream in the background and tune in whenever they can and are not able to chat. I promise you, I know what it's like, so I appreciate it even more so. And then hopefully everybody will connect with all of our moderators, like Just Jason Keto. They all care deeply about the YouTube journey and about those of us in the Superchat family as well. So Just Jason Keto up on the screen is a fellow Canadian. I've actually met up with him a handful of times almost. This creator is now well over 8,000 subscribers, climbing fast. They're bringing us a proper human diet, or a keto-based diet and lifestyle. They bring a lot of recipes, lately with a lot of chaffles. They're known for these, even stuffed chaffles now on the channel. They've taken inspiration from other creators. I'm sure they've inspired others as well. And they've got a lot of guests that join them on their channel that give their tips, tricks, experiences when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Jason's recipes always feature only a handful of ingredients, and they're always easy to make and don't take a lot of time. He does a lot of product reviews as well, either things we find in a grocery or health food store marked as sugar-free or low sugar or no sugar added, and all these kinds of things. He can help us make sense of those, or he might do product reviews like a chaffle maker or a gimbal or a camera, and he mixes those things up as well. This creator's got shorts on the channel that give us a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts that have done really well, getting into 6,600, 8,000 views. A barbecue video, which he revisits every year because he keeps getting views every season. It keeps picking up, so he keeps making new ones. 11,000 views on one of these shorts, and then 23,000 on another one, which I've seen. Live streams on the channel as a minimum every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. Sometimes it's Jason himself, sometimes he's got a guest. He collaborates with other people often, and then sometimes he's introducing us to other YouTubers or other keto influencers. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto, another beloved and dedicated moderator here. And thank you, everybody. We're going to make a quick exit. So we'll go over there with Michael's Adventures right now, and I'll see everybody over there, and we can keep making new friends. I still haven't had a chaffle yet, Hannah Rebecca. Every week I think I should be doing these because it would be a better decision than a lot of the things that I eat, especially with Jason helping us so much. But we'll see one of these days. The stuffed chaffle maker actually looks like a great addition. Thanks, everybody. See you with Michael's Adventures in a minute.